Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Billings 0-2. Buck sends a high drive deep into the left center field gap. This one tailing away from Timmons. It takes a one hop to the wall. Sanderson will stroll in to score. Buck into second. He's got his second double of the day, and the Huskers have walked this one off by run rule.
Cooper Cox gets picked off on the screen, and Elijah Saunders sees his first go down.
Cox sees another go down. Cox just hit from there.
He can be a streaky shooter.
SC in the Big Ten, Ravi, prior to this loss, run of 7 in a row. That one rejected by Dines. Up top, give it right back to him.
But what a sequence for Gabe Dines. He is a great shot blocker.
That's the one you go love. The threes are closing out.
Scores again, and again ends up on his back.
Jake West got a lot of flavor, man. He got a lot of flavor.
I think the offense was probably maybe a little bit ahead of the defense out there, but it wasn't, astronomical. I thought the defense was probably a little ahead of the offense last night. So I think there is good give and take. I think they're going back and forth. But that was really good work. I think we had, I don't know what the total number was, maybe 180, 190 reps. A lot of reps. We only had 12 and a half O-linemen on Saturday because Paul Mbanga could only take half reps. Tyler Knox, girlfriend, had senior night. She's a gymnast at Utah, and so we wanted him to go back there with her. Some of the guys are banged up, so to be able to get that many reps with 12 and a half O-linemen was really credit to a lot of guys taking a lot of reps. But we needed it for all the wideouts and safeties and running backs to get reps too.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by NextGen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. What's up, DB?
How we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hanging in there.
Doing
Hey, Shane,
right?
it's okay if you close that door. I don't really want to smell your vape juice.
Good morning.
What up?
Big. Not feeling the hula berries this morning?
No, man, just feeling a little vapey in here.
We'll let you keep the cold air in there.
Has it dropped yet?
Yeah.
You can feel it?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You've been in here all the 18 minutes. Fibonacci.
No, it's fine. Speaking of Italians,
Yes.
good helping out the. I feel like Vinny Pasquantino should get some sort of distinguished medal.
Listen, I've never cheered so hard for Pasquantino to get a gold glove. Get your gold glove this year, Pasquatch.
I mean, my guy's just out here hitting 3 dingers and been
Yeah,
like,
they dropped a hammer on Mexico.
"Don't worry, America, I got you."
Yeah, like those guys said, like once it got to 6-0,
You were good.
It felt pretty good.
Yeah, well, you had, because if Mexico scored more than 5 runs, U.S. got in anyway.
Yeah.
So you were good to go.
So it was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Now just go handle your business.
Yeah.
World
and
Baseball Classic is silly, but I like it a lot.
Mark DeRosa, I'm gonna need you to lock in and know what, if you lose any games now, you're out, bud. So
yeah, I don't know about that. That's where you're hanging your hat, because I think some guys are just gonna have to play better individually. I don't mind DeRosa, but hey.
I mind him not knowing that if they lost, they were in trouble.
Yeah. Thought like he was pretty much safe as a kitten the whole time. I was like, wait a minute, Mark.
Hey, bud, that's not the case here. I need you to polish up on the rules a little bit before your decision-making process.
The hand-wringing over the assumptions was hilarious leading into yesterday. So is America good or not? No.
They are not.
Nobody told that to their manager.
No. He's just like, doesn't matter. We're in. It's like, Mark, I hate to tell you this, but that's not the case.
Well, at least there was a little bit of sense of urgency. Unlike some of the college basketball teams that were on the old Michael bubble.
I believe it was pronounced Buble.
when I'm having my mimosas, a little Buble.
Yeah.
No,
it's I don't think people. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking at the bracketology again. I'm gonna have a full-on meltdown if Auburn makes it.
Well, you can see it setting up.
I know. I am about to we are very.
They got
close.
a ton of help yesterday too.
You're welcome. Thank you SMU, thank you Indiana, thank you Cincinnati.
Yeah.
My God, I swear to you, if that crap ass team makes the tournament,
they probably need one more.
I am going to
before you start to get a little Vesuvius.
Lose my mind.
Is it bubbling? Is it
we're boiling. We're starting to boil. The boiling point is getting reached.
You mad?
I will lose it.
You're like my man Ant Wright. He is like, why are we talking about Auburn?
No one should ever be talking about Auburn. This is a bad basketball team. They've proven it literally the entire season.
It was funny that's what stuck in your. You like skipped over like 6 things that I was asking you last week to go back to. You're like, wait.
This is a pet
Why
peeve of
is
mine.
Auburn in the? No, Ravi, we've moved on to. We're in the Big 12. We've moved on to the ACC.
I will not.
Hey, can we go back to Auburn?
I will not be moving on. This is the thing that like it will. I don't feel like I'm being dramatic here. It will absolutely kill what we love about the tournament if this is continued to allow it to happen.
No, that's hyperbolic.
No, it's not. Because eventually
nothing's killed the madness of March Madness.
It will if you allow the Auburns and Indianas and SMUs and Cincinnatis of the world in over teams that win like 30 games.
Hey, Sash, why is the light so bright on my skin? It looks so shiny.
I don't think you look shiny, but
is that just me?
Maybe you just like have an angelic glow.
That ain't it.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
no. That was my assumption.
I fight with the devil every day.
Well, maybe that's why you're still here, though, is the angelic glow. Fights him off a little bit.
Every day.
Is the devil named Kenny?
Yes. You said it cooled down in here. It has not.
Yeah, I was mostly just lying to you.
Wow. I mean, every day I come with the hopes that I love how being a prick is hilarious to you. I was mostly just lying to you. That's cool because I was like, oh, I can't wait to feel it.
Well,
did you just?
I was hoping you'd forget about it because it gets a little chilly in here sometimes.
I know how I feel.
That's fine, but like sometimes you get distracted too.
It's hot.
There it goes. You hear it? It kicked on.
Yeah. Now that
I turned it down to 60.
Let's not do that.
Oh, stop whining. It's better than 81.
I'm gonna have to put my jacket on in here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not that. Yeah, the lack of the lack of desperation, I think, is pretty hilarious. How about how bad is did you read who's our guy? I should not say this about him because we actually get along really well. Little squatty body, bald head, Indianapolis guy, gives people the willies. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see his article on DeFreeze?
I did not.
Ooh.
What did he say?
The worst team money can buy, I think, was the headline. I was like, ooh, D-Rock. Welcome.
I'm just gonna. Oh, sorry. Just put that there for a second.
Wow.
I
mean, grade A horse poopy. How about that second half?
I mean, how about the last quarter of the season?
What did I say? I go, glad I wanted to keep an eye on Indiana.
Yeah. I was a little afraid yesterday because I was giving whoever a hard time kept talking about Oregon. And then Iowa looked like they might lay an egg, and that's what I talked about yesterday. And I was like, Iowa, I need you to buck up here a little bit against old Buzz Williams.
Yeah, I just think that's who Iowa is, though. You're just going to get that.
Well, that's the thing. Is that's part of the reason in these situations I think they have a shot because they're going to stay in contact.
Yeah,
even when they probably shouldn't, to the good and to the bad. Right. Here is the end of the season for Darren DeVries and Indiana. They were 17-8 on February 9th. Lost to Illinois by 20. Lost to Purdue by 30. Lost to Northwestern by 4. Lost to Michigan State by 13. Beat Minnesota by 30. That was fun. Lost to Ohio State by 13. Lost to Northwestern by 13.
No, Northwestern is not good either.
Yeah, no, not at all. And they lost to them twice in that stretch.
Yeah, now the funny thing is they get Perdon't in a very precarious spot because would you like to be the team coming off the layoff or the team that's like, that is such an ugly picture, or the team that's like,
that's got the game on their belt?
Yeah.
Games.
I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work.
In the second, early in the tournament, I'd rather be the team.
People are going to wonder why I'm doing the show like this because Sasha thinks she's slick, but I'm smarter than she is.
That's all.
How about that?
I'm going to be honest. I don't think any of us are smarter than Sasha.
Speak for yourself.
I was. Early in the tournament, I'd rather be the team that's played.
Yeah.
Later in the tournament, I'd rather be the team that's.
So what is day 3 like your cutoff? Because it's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
All right.
Day 3 is like is the last day. I think it's any advantage to have played.
So you want to put the little. Is West going to be the hero? Is all of a sudden he going to outplay Braden Smith?
No, I mean I don't. I think Northwestern is just not as good as.
Are we going to hear more hyperbole about Muscala during a broadcast?
Just let me hear more about Martinelli. Can't wait for. Love it when people are just like, "Well, but Martinelli." It's like, listen, you guys clearly, like, somebody has to score.
Yeah.
Right. In all of sport, like basketball, especially in all of sports, somebody's gonna put up what appears to be decent numbers, regardless of how bad your team is, because no one's getting shut out.
Do you have the latest bracketology? And who are you using? The composite?
I've got the bracket matrix up. I also have Lenardi's up.
Okay, so it's up to the minute.
Yes.
Is SMU in?
For Lenardi, they are, yes, they're the second to last team in. You want to know who the last team is?
Auburn.
It's Auburn.
Yeah. They win today, you're in trouble.
If they win today, everybody else is in trouble.
So what's that put them at? 18 and 15?
If they win today, they would be at 17 and 15.
I'm not sure.
18 and 15.
That's why I asked the question.
I'm checking.
Young Ravi.
They would be at 18 and 15.
18 and 15.
So many quality losses, though. We love the quality losses. They have 1, 2,
they won't let
3,
me, Kobe.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 losses in their last 10 games to end the regular season. So that's really good, right?
Yeah.
That's you want a team coming out and shooting 20% in their last 10 games. That's what we want? No? Okay. Just checking. They beat Mississippi State, though, so all of a sudden, right on the right side of the bubble. Hooray.
Yeah.
You know who's not very good at basketball?
Auburn.
Mississippi State.
Yeah, that's true. But you're getting ready to have your feelings hurt.
I'm getting ready to hurt everyone else's feelings.
I'm just going to prepare you for that.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Listen, I'm ready for it.
I'm still trying to figure out what Indiana was doing.
I'm trying to figure out what they've been doing for the last quarter of the season.
They can't defend.
Not even a little.
And I think Tucker's in a precarious spot too, because you want him to get buckets. He hasn't really been the same since the injury last year.
He's looked different this year.
And I think, I don't know about the fitness wise, but he looked a little heavy.
Yeah. I didn't think he was moving as well for sure. I don't know.
So I think that was maybe trying to come back and get healthy, but he clearly wasn't this. I mean, he used to just be a bucket.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't shoot it well this year. He didn't it just wasn't there this year. And it's not like, he was good at West Virginia. So it's not like it was the jump from Drake to Power Conference, right? Like
right.
I do think the injury had a lot to do with.
Although he didn't get to play at West Virginia a ton.
I mean, how many games did he get? I thought he got like 10, like 9 or 10.
Maybe. That's not a lot.
No, but I felt
and remember, they hit the skids right after he got hurt.
I felt like it was a big enough sample size to be like, oh, it's not.
I'm like, oh, this isn't the same team I saw play Louisville on. Around Christmas. Was that Christmas or November?
Well, I thought it was November. I thought it was.
And I was like, oh man, it wasn't one of those.
Yeah. I
was like, oh, West Virginia might be tough.
Yeah. And then without time,
I watched them a month and a half later. And I was like, these guys aren't very good.
They were not tough.
That was so long ago.
It was like a year and a half ago at this point.
Yeah, I just remember it was over a break because it was an earlier game, and I was like, "Why am I at home?" And I was like, "Oh, I think we have today off."
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about the exemption tournaments and about the conference tournaments. You get random daytime basketball.
Yeah, well, you're going to get a lot of it here the next handful of days.
Creighton plays at what, 1:30?
1:30.
There you go. Got an early one for
1:30
Creighton.
tip. I'd like to introduce you guys to Coach Greg McDermott.
Hey, Coach, you gonna go to Arizona State?
It's just people just will
that's
say
the
anything.
rumor, right? Everybody, that's been the rumor for the last decade.
People will say anything.
Well, the job's actually open for the first time ever with the rumor, so that's nice.
Yeah. Do you see them score a whopping 42 points?
Yeah.
It just the lead just kept growing. I was like, I wonder if they're trying.
You know, that's about as bad as you can possibly play basketball. And
at the collegiate level, yeah, I would agree. They scored 42 points as a power conference team.
Yeah. And
42 points. They had 16 points was it 16 in the first half? Yeah, I remember. It was like 40-something to 16 at half. And I was like, yeah, they didn't handle the news so well.
It was 45 to 16. Don't worry, though. They scored 26 in the second half.
Yeah, 45-16 at the half of Arizona State and Iowa State. It should never be that way.
And guess what? To illustrate my point about people putting up good numbers no matter what, they had a guy with a double-double.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm ready.
Don't look at the stats.
Okay.
Get off of that.
All right, I'll move the page around. There we go.
How many field goals did Arizona State make?
All right. If you're at 42, we're maxing out at like 20 if they don't shoot any free throws, which they did. I'm gonna say.
Let me ask you this:
12.
Okay, they made 15.
Okay.
So I'm not going to ask you about the field goals made.
Okay.
Whatever their shooting percentage was, the amount of shots missed, more or less than the total number of turnovers?
Oh. I mean,
maybe.
I'm going to say more, but not by much.
The numbers are actually just reversed. They had 32 misses. They shot 15 of 47.
Okay.
They had 23 turnovers.
Wow.
You're not trying. You're not trying. That's like Shane trying to bring the ball up the court.
That's like bad.
Yeah. You have 14 live ball turnovers. That's like when we would trot our guys out against like Oral Roberts and be like, hey, I'm sorry. Hang in there.
But this is for a check. We got to pay for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Old Bobby. We got to go take on the old Bob. Bob.
That's not a conference tournament game. That is I'm sorry, guys. We just got to get through the next 40 minutes.
I toured that campus in Tulsa. Yeah. I drove around and
that's not bad.
No, it was actually kind of cool.
They had nice facilities for us.
Yeah.
It was a cool. I mean, that was
only like
9 years ago now.
4 minutes from my hotel.
Yeah, it's like probably nine years ago now, but they had nice stuff back then.
There wasn't a lot else in Tulsa, but
no, Tulsa. I mean, you got Sylvester Stallone.
A couple good restaurants. Yeah, I didn't see the King. I was looking for him.
You're looking for the Tulsa King.
Trying to stop at some of the diners and see if I could see old Silva walking in.
You didn't have just like a horse randomly walking down the streets?
No.
Wasn't that a big storyline in season 1?
No. A-Train, those are game pants. Those aren't practice pants. These are game. These are like game stained.
Yeah, didn't you? Oh, we lost one. There we go.
Oh, that was Virzo. I'm sorry, buddy.
Didn't you say that was the first year they switched to Adidas?
Yeah.
There you go.
Give me a millisecond. I have to get my guy right.
We got year one Adidas game worn football pants up there. Yeah, somebody thought I had to explain it to somebody. DM me. I had to explain to somebody else what those were. I was like, nope, those are game worn football pants.
Yeah, is that a weird fit up there?
No, I like it.
Okay,
I like it. It might be better if we could like hang them from the top shelf so like you could like see them all the way down.
Yeah, they look like knickers though. I don't think you guys would. I mean, maybe. Aren't those little? They're still like, you see how dingy they are?
I know. I mean, after a certain point, like those things just don't get clean.
No, I know. It's not like we were out playing on grass either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn it!
We're struggling here this morning. But don't worry, we got him. We got him back up there. There we go. You good?
So I don't mess with these people.
With who?
I don't know.
You did that both times.
No, that's A-Train's fault.
Wow. I'm mildly pissed now.
BC. Aw. Sorry, buddy.
TK says, "Can we
Wow,
get
that was kind of weird.
I know it threw me off a little bit. Kobe wants a certificate. So you got a little goosebumps there. You call it goosebumps or chicken skin?
It's certainly not the latter. I refrain from any unnecessary chicken references.
You've heard people call it that or goose skin?
No.
Okay. Maybe that's a white people thing.
It ain't for the black people.
What do you call it? You call it goosebumps?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard goose pimples.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I've never heard chicken skin.
Oh, am I crazy? Have you heard that before? Chicken skin? Yeah,
no,
okay.
That's a yeah, like she just wants to not have you know you're stupid. Did you see
chicken sandwich?
At what point
Well, it makes sense.
cared about that?
She was like, yeah, it does, because I bake chicken skin, so I get the thing. It kind of makes me nauseous. Like I can't actually believe I end up eating them. Given the process I have to bake to get it right, it's like, oh, this is kind of gross. Sometimes you get the little red dots on it. You got to clean it, water, vinegar. I was like, yeah. But anyway, it's very good for you.
TK says it's an old white person thing.
How would TK know?
Because he's got the soul of like a 90-year-old.
Yeah, but he's still not very old.
I'm sure he talks to old people.
Just visiting the clinics.
Well, I imagine, he works in the
people that he's putting away for meth aren't old people don't do meth.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, I mean, best of my knowledge.
I'm imagining some of the people he works with might be older.
Yeah.
In that field, in that particular town.
Yeah.
That he works in
the thriving metropolis.
Yeah, that's my guess.
In the Wichita area.
Alex would like us to go back and he's got a 98-year-old great aunt who says it.
Oh, really?
There you
Jeez.
go. So like
a
old.
98-year-old great aunt.
I assume he's talking relation, not
gotta be, right?
Yeah.
You married into that?
I don't know how great aunts work. I'd like in terms of, is it your grandma's sister? Is that your mom's sister?
It would be. Yeah, it would be your grandma's sister, right?
I'm not totally sure how. Like once we get past,
I'm not good at that either.
Aunts and uncles. Like if you want to talk about like second cousins or once removed, I'm like, are you actually related to me or not? I don't know.
Dude, 98 is impressive.
TK says, "Who do you think's on my juries?"
It's probably intentional too.
100%. He's like, these people think like me. They'll understand what I'm putting down.
Yeah, but doesn't the defense get to like?
You can deny some. You have to. I think you have to agree on the jurors.
Wow, I've never been recommended for that. I think people know it's not in my skill set.
Jose Bueno says one of his relatives was 107. That's so old. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of old people.
Rico says my cousin has always had chicken skin, and she's deaf, not white, and not that old. I don't know, man. But it is a thing. That's my point. Some people say chicken skin.
I've just never heard of it.
It makes me feel weird saying it, so I'm not happy that I've had to say it like 10 times in the last 4 minutes. But it's a weird phrase.
You get a break.
I'm a goosebumps guy.
You get a break. Lee bringing up old stuff again. The Rod Stewart, that was Shane's deal.
Listen, Rod Stewart's got some good songs.
Never brought up Rod Stewart.
Maggie, I got something to say to you.
He's got some good songs.
What time do we tip today? Is it 11? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like,
let me give you clarity. And the Big Ten.
Let's see.
You're like, yeah, you got a turd in your pocket?
I probably wouldn't ask that. That's pretty personal.
Yeah.
We got UMass, Miami of Ohio at 10.
No, I said in the Big Ten.
Well, I'm just talking about the game in general.
More Wrigley's and Dentine and Big Red, huh?
I haven't been true.
Yeah, Iowa, Ohio State is at 11 on the 10.
Iowa State, Texas Tech is at 11:30. That's actually a pretty good game.
It is.
Early.
I don't know. The luster might have worn off a Tech without topping.
Yeah, it has. But still, I mean, for 11:30 on a Thursday, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It could be a lot worse. And so Washington and Wisconsin they're the second game, right? That's not going to be a good game.
No, I don't think so.
Should Nick Boyd have got more run for first team, or who would you have taken off? Because clearly the coaches know more than the media.
Yeah, the media selections were not great.
No. I don't know. I don't have any idea what was going on.
Let me bring up the list here real quick. Gotta be careful here. I felt a lot like Sip when I just did that.
Yeah, Sip was on has been on a heater on the phone the last couple of days.
Have you been talking to him?
Yeah, I talked to Stephen Marcellus.
Don't mealy mouth me.
Quite a bit.
So
Sip and I like to pick probably Sip likes to pick my brain more, and then I ask him about things that are non-sports related because sometimes I don't feel like there's a lot of things he could tell me about sports.
Did you ask?
Unless it happened in the 50s.
Like chicken skin?
Yeah, he seems like a chicken skin guy.
Yeah, he's probably a chicken skin guy.
like a chicken skin guy.
I feel like a penguin.
I would be okay. I don't know. Who you taking off? That's the hard part. Like Braden Smith deserves to be there. Fears deserves to be there.
I'm certainly not going to say Braden Smith is overrated. But when you watch him statistically and then you think statistics, I mean, I don't know. It's an unpopular opinion. But for like, what is it about his game? And I'm not saying he's not good. This is not, I shouldn't, a lot of people don't have the intellect to like have this conversation.
No, that's fine.
Like, what is it about Braden Smith where you would say, oh, I would definitely take him over blank? So I guess that's my question. Look at it like that.
Yeah, that's 100% fair. I am not in love with his game. Obviously,
is it the sharing? I'm genuinely curious.
Probably facilitating what has been a very good offense.
Yeah, because we just lock him in.
If we're looking at guys that I would potentially take off, it would either be him.
I'm not saying you have to take Braden Smith off. I'm saying it's a thought provoker. What is it about Braden that just locks him in? Like, why Braden over, like, let's say, Bruce Thornton?
He probably shouldn't be as much of a lock as he appeared to be. Like, no one questioned that he would be first team.
I mean, is that a hot take?
It probably,
because I know he's good, but I'm just saying
it probably is a hot take. It's probably not a
we just pencil
take.
Braden Smith in, and I'm like, why?
I also think a lot of it has to do with who we thought Purdue was for much of the season versus who we thought Wisconsin was for much of the season, even though I think they largely ended up in the same place in terms of quality of teams. I don't know that Wisconsin is dramatically worse than Purdue, but I do think what we thought of Purdue coming into the season and what we thought of Braden Smith coming into the season dramatically impacted how, somebody would have had to do something.
I don't agree with that, Ben, at all.
What do you say?
I don't agree with that at all. And I know Ben's a hoop head. He said he controls the pace and dictates the offense better than any point guard in the league. That's not true. Now, no. I mean, I would listen to Thornton. I definitely would listen to Sturtz.
Yeah, Sturtz was the guy I thought of.
And that doesn't make you surefire all conference either. So two things can be true at once. Even if I concede that, it's like we just lock him in.
Yeah. I think a lot of it has to do with the perception of who we thought Purdue was.
I mean, does Braden Smith do more for his team than Bruce Thornton? And I'm not honking for Thornton. I'm just like let's be real here.
No, I mean, Thornton might be more, I don't know if more important, but as important.
Yeah.
Like Ohio State's not that good anyway.
Yeah,
but without Thornton, they are bad.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what Bruce Thornton shoots from the field?
It's 48.
Yeah, right. Guess again. Dude, it's like flipping Shaquille O'Neal. The dude shoots 56% from the floor.
Oh, good Lord.
He goes for 20 a night.
Oh, he's 48 on his career. Okay.
Which is still better than Braden Smith.
Still very good, especially for a guard. That's really
good. Man. Don't get it twisted over here, BP. I don't know about that.
You do have a odd fascination for Bruce Thornton
because his game is so weird.
He comes up a lot.
He's just this shifty little squatty body, and he gets to all these weird spots on the floor. He makes free throws late, and he shot it from distance well. And I watched their offense, and I'm like,
No, I don't like their offense at all. And that's probably for me why I don't think about Bruce Thornton as much is I don't like Ohio State as a whole or how their offense operates.
Yeah, and hear my heart, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not here to like take a duker on Braden. It's an easy question. Like, why do we just pencil him in? I mean, Nick Boyd should have got, and again, I don't know who you're gonna take off, but I don't. Yeah, he gives me some Ty Lawson vibes, except he shoots it way better.
Yeah, Ty Lawson couldn't shoot that thing at all.
You know, I don't
at all.
No. And if he could, and he played a long time to not be a very good shooter too.
Yeah, he made it in the league for quite a minute.
Yeah, it's just hard now for point guards to play in the NBA if you can't score.
Yeah, or at least you at least got to keep him honest, right?
Yeah,
you don't got to be going for like Luka stuff. I don't even know if you consider him a point guard. But
who was who's second team All Big Ten for the media?
Okay, so that's what I was just trying to find is the media. So this is the media first team because they, I think anyway, it's Keaton Wagler, Bennett Sturtz, Yaxel Lendenberg, Jeremy Fears, Braden Smith is first team. Second team is Merez Johnson, Price Sanford, Nick Martinelli, Bruce Thornton, Nick Boyd. So basically Sturtz and Sanford flipped.
Yeah, that's good guard play in the Big Ten.
It is like it's pretty
good guard play.
It's a pretty stacked group to try and get through. To try and get onto that team.
Because are you going to have 4 guards?
I mean, I don't think you probably want to. I mean, you kind of do anyway on the media first team.
No.
I mean, Wagler.
No, I'm with you, BP, on Sturtz. That's why I didn't love the no point guard in the controls.
Yeah, the blanket.
More. Yeah,
the blanket statement on that one.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm definitely with you on Sturtz.
I also think Sturtz has dramatically less help.
Yeah.
Like, is there anybody else on that
not unless Koch is sitting in the corner shooting threes.
Yeah, but is there like anybody else on that Iowa team that you're just like banging down the door to be like, oh, I got to get that guy on my squad? Like, at the very least, Purdue's got a few more dudes offensively. Defensively, it's a whole other thing. But it is, I think, Braden Smith's job is easier than what Bennett Sturtz is asked to do.
Are you putting Kobe is on that sip train and Kerry Cohern clearly.
Kerry said several times he's very good.
Yeah. I was talking to Kerry yesterday. You know who he's boys with?
Who?
Heath.
Edwards. Edwards Heath?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes. They used to live together. They played together in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they go like way
back. Kerry calls Heath Taxi. When he said that, I knew they were boys because that's Heath's nickname. Because he was a big guy and liked to apparently drive people around. Hey, call him Taxi. Dead serious.
Kobe says Braden Smith is going to be a great insurance agent.
Oh, Kobe and Ben going back and forth would be a gym because Ben ain't going nowhere.
That is
remember Ben, his first intro, you guys got into it early over, was it KU? It might have been Darren Peterson hot takes early.
Oh, maybe.
And BP was having none of it. And I was like, he is a KU fan.
That's fine. It aged pretty well.
How about DeBanza and Peterson both teasing the idea that they would come back?
They do that. The top couple guys do this every year. They're like, I'm going to do shit. Like Zion Williamson did it. He was like, I don't know. I like college a lot.
Well, I think Zion Williamson had a 0.7 GPA. He was leaving.
I'm not familiar.
And I'm not saying that like Darren Peterson or DeBanza. I imagine DeBanza has to go to school.
Yeah, BYU's pretty strict about that stuff.
I imagine.
So I'm not super worried about that. If Darren Peterson's class attendance is as good as his game attendance, we might have some issues there.
Wow.
That could be a problem, especially if he leaves halfway through the class when he does show up. That could be an issue. And then when he shows up to class for more than 25 minutes, he has his poorest performances of the entire year. That could be hard.
We had gone almost 6 days without any real Peterson slander.
Well, he did have that one good game.
You did have a couple of little barbs, but no real 60-second.
He had that one really good game.
You're amazing.
Which is exactly what you want on the number 1 pick of the NBA draft, right? Oh, I mean, DeBonce's had 12 straight 20-point games, but that's fine.
Yeah.
He's now second all time in the Big 12 in 20-point games behind a guy. I don't know I think it's pronounced Kevin Durant. Is that how you pronounce it? Oh, it's Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers of all time. Oh, okay.
BP, he'd take Peterson over DeBonce.
You can have him. That's fine.
The Chuckster agrees. I kind of usually ride with Chuck. We're not holding hands.
You can have Peterson. That's fine. You can take him.
Usually agree
and enjoy the 40% of your games he's going to play.
All I need now is Big Red Gun, and I'll feel like I got my trio of my basketball hoop heads.
You got him? You ready to go?
Yeah. Where's Prison Balls?
I don't know. I haven't seen JPB in a minute.
Well, you know him on a personal level. Hit him up. Ask him if he's okay. Check on your friends.
I'll message him.
Sometimes when could be something going on. Make sure he's okay.
We'll
you seem very hurt right now. Are you going to?
Does he need groceries or something? I'll give him up.
He seemed like he was doing all right.
Oh, he's not that good. I just asked.
I don't know.
You never know.
I don't like generally like sit down with somebody for the first time and be like, so are you like a food stamp situation or what's going on here? Like what's
is the EBT market shift affecting you?
Yeah, like
I don't even know how you'd broach that topic.
Yeah, that's not first on my like interview question list.
Getting to know you.
I'm just more like, hey, what do you think about this basketball thing?
The draft is going to be fascinating. All right.
Let's hold on. Let's talk about the draft for a second because we had this whole conversation in the group chat that you didn't participate in.
I love Cousin Ronald. Where's Cousin Ronald been? He's he's not a hater, but he's a hot take guy. Where's Cousin Ronald been?
Just the person, TK, not whatever his screen name means.
Well, they had lunch. I mean, who doesn't? Yeah.
We talked only about basketball.
Yeah,
the entire time.
That would be wild.
It was good. It was a good conversation, but like we just didn't
2
talk
hours of hoops.
Yeah, we just didn't talk about anything else. It was just all basketball talk, which was cool.
Interesting.
But I do want to talk about the draft for a second here because we had this conversation in the group chat that you didn't weigh in on conspicuously, and it was mostly me and Maddie DeMarinis until Jacob just
was
came
I having a bad day?
I don't know.
When was it?
It was Saturday, I think. You might have been Daniel. Oh no, you were in Lincoln all day.
Yeah, man. I can't even take my phone out.
I thought maybe you were Daniel powdering us over there for a second.
Wow.
That's a good pull.
Well, because it could also have just been pouting and then powder is and then you had a bad day. Yeah, I was on lockdown and I was basically loitering.
So we were having this conversation about all the guys. So it was Peterson, Boozer, DeBonce, and Caleb Wilson. That I think are the 4 top guys pretty much as a consensus. And if they're not your 4 top guys in some order, I don't know what to tell you.
You're missing one.
Who?
Well, he should be. I actually would make the case should be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Acuff?
Yes.
Okay. You want to throw? We weren't discussing Acuff, but if you want to throw Acuff in there, that's fine. So we basically DeMarinis was asking me.
I feel like I want to sit on the floor.
Chuck, that's not an accurate description of DeBonce's game at all. He says DeBonce is a smaller Zion. I don't think that's in
no. He's
way
not
accurate.
near as no.
No,
I agree. He's not. He's not. That's okay. I need you to stay dialed.
So we're having this conversation, and Matt asks me. I don't think I was giving too much Peterson slander, but he knows how I feel. And so he goes, so who are you taking number 1? And I go, I probably have to go DeBonce, but if I had more balls, I'd go Caleb Wilson.
Oh, balls is in stones.
Yeah, like if I had the guts to do it, I think I'd take Caleb Wilson number 1. Out of the thing that scares me is he going to shoot it well enough to be a modern impact or to be an impact offensively in kind of the modern game? But like I have the same question about DeBonce, right? He's not shooting it great from 3 this year either, although I do think his offensive game is pretty advanced in some other ways. And so I probably go DeBonce, but I think like if I've got some stones as a GM, I think Caleb Wilson would be my number 1 overall pick.
So doesn't DeBonce get like the Shai Gilgeous comp?
So if I'm just talking about,
or am I thinking of how he self-glossed himself? I hear the SGA thing a ton.
You know who he reminds me of? He does a lot of mellow stuff offensively.
Yeah, but he's not as that's not terrible.
He's not as skilled.
That's not terrible. He's just not as skilled.
But he like gets to a lot of the same spots on the floor.
Yeah, Melo's bag was so crafty.
It was.
I mean, Melo is.
I think DeBonta's a little bit better of an athlete.
So although I think that's ultimately the issue. And I know Kobe took umbrage
the high end
with this.
athleticism.
Kobe took umbrage with this a couple of months ago, but it needed context. So for DeBonta at his size, because
and positionally,
he's slight.
Yeah, he's 6'8", but he's not like big.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I just need a little. Anyway, Melo is elite. So you're testing me to like make sure I look at college Melo.
Yes, I think college Melo, it's actually pretty similar.
Yeah, in his Melo's mid-range game in college was elite.
And like low-key, DeBonta is pretty good.
No, I know. But he's kind of the pull-up guy. Remember how
But he started
Melo would be 12, 15 feet away from the basket with a defender on his back.
Yeah, he do a lot of mid-post stuff.
And he would mid-post, and he would face you up, and then it was just like game on.
Yeah, so DeBonta.
He was so sad. They don't even play like that.
No, DeBonta doesn't get there that way. He gets there from entry dribbles rather than like an entry pass, but he gets to about the same spot, and he still sort of does the face-up stuff just before or without having to get the entry pass in there. I think DeBonta, I think his college bag is actually pretty similar to where Melo was at as a true freshman.
Kind of the herky-jerky, the stop-start.
Like
I could see that.
Hard to time up, really good in the mid-range. Melo was better at getting to the rim in college than we remember as a pro, and DeBonta has some of that. I do think DeBonta, while I agree with you on the high-end athleticism for his NBA comp or for his NBA upside, I do think he's probably a little bit better of an athlete than Melo was. So I don't know if you can take, he's
as
a little
in bouncier, twitchier.
I think a little twitchier. Yeah. Melo had really good body control.
Yeah, I won't.
Melo had really good body control.
That's not a hill I want to die on. And Ken, I don't really think that's a hot take if you didn't watch the whole game, because there's a 55-60% chance if you just watch BYU, you're going to see an 8-9 minute stretch.
Sure.
Where
what did I call him earlier in the year?
AJ doesn't look like a top pick in the draft. Then if you watch a different 10 minutes, he's probably taking the game over.
He looks like the best player in the country, and it's not close.
Yeah. So that wouldn't surprise me.
What did I call him earlier? Earlier in the season, I said he gets a little floaty sometimes.
Yeah.
And I said I worry a little bit about a little Andrew Wiggins in there.
Yeah, I gave him a weird a non-linear sports comp. But you're not a hockey guy.
Oh yeah.
But he reminds me a lot of Peter Forsberg. Peter Forsberg, whenever he got ready. Shane, do you remember this? One of the greatest offensively skilled players ever. Didn't really learn to be a good two-way guy until later in his career. But there were sometimes it just looked like he was going through the motions. And then whenever he got ready, like he was amazing. And he gets forgotten. He was way elite. And he gets overshadowed by his own teammate in Joe Sakic. But Forsberg was
the Avs guys.
Yeah. Forsberg was elite, gifted skater. And I would always tell my buddy Brian, because he's a huge Red Wings fan. He's a super hockey head. And that's the guy sometimes I would skip classes for in college to go play NHL Live.
Ben, I don't even like DeBonta that much. You know this.
No, I know.
Like I know. Kind of lukewarm on DeBonta.
No, I know.
Like Ross asked an interesting question. Anybody bite on the Paul George without a handle or Jaylen Brown comps for AJ DeBonta?
I buy the Brown one.
So
I buy the Brown one. Paul Pierce was a killer.
Yeah.
So I think
I think it's entirely possible.
I buy the Jaylen Brown deal.
That DeBonsa is more talented than Paul Pierce was, but Paul Pierce has a mentality that it doesn't appear DeBonsa does.
Different. Yeah, I'll take Jaylen Brown.
I do think if you're
because what do people want Jaylen Brown to do more of? Sometimes they just want him to be more assertive.
Yeah, and I do.
He's not Tatum, but
here's the thing that I would say with Jaylen Brown is AJ's bag is more advanced in college than Jaylen Brown's was.
100%.
Like Jaylen Brown didn't become this guy until a few years into the league.
Yep, that's good. That's fair.
That would be my only are we projecting into what Jaylen Brown has turned into or what Jaylen Brown was coming
That's
out?
what I had to do with the Melo thing.
Yes. Melo
I
coming.
have to think Syracuse Melo.
So if you land somewhere in between Jaylen Brown's game and Melo's game, that maybe is where AJ DeBonsa lands. I could see just offensively. Obviously, Jaylen Brown brings a lot of other things. To the table.
Why do you think not we, because I just said I would probably take Acuff 1, but why do we sleep on Acuff?
Is it a size thing?
I don't know.
Is it a people don't think he has high-end athleticism, do they?
He's really super strong.
He is. And that, I think, should give you pause with the Conca nipple thing.
I could easily see him being like a 13, 14-year guy.
So you want to know who the comp is? So these are all from Bleacher Report did this. They did comps for every guy in their mock draft.
Give me Acuff.
This one's actually kind of interesting, and I think people are going to think it's a bad thing, but I don't. His comp is Stephon Marbury.
Oh, definitely.
Right? Like, that's a good comp.
That's a great comp.
And a compliment. Like, Stephon Marbury was really good. I know we get the whole China thing, and his headspace was a little off. But, like, as a basketball player, that's A, a compliment, and B, a really good comp.
Yeah, I don't know. I just listen to what coaches in the league say about him.
Yeah. I think we get worried about the lack of high-end athleticism. But, again, he's a guy that falls into the Conca category of we don't value really strong guys enough. Like that's a aspect of the physicality of basketball.
I really like,
especially as guards.
I like the Marbury comp.
You want to hear
a ton?
You want to hear some other ones?
You want a funny? This isn't a funny story, but
yeah, go ahead.
An elite level argument at the barbershop over Stephon Marbury and his place. We had a guy, and he still cuts hair. He's in Bellevue.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go hit him up if he's over there. So this guy, David Warner, D Knight, and myself, we're going through this like AC and Warner, David, he's a huge boxing guy too. Little guy that likes foreign cars. I mean, just went in on how much, Marbury. And it got so tense. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, man. I had to go sit outside on the bench. So I'm super immature, and I got, money to burn. It's like you got open liquor stores. I'm like, man, about to just go get me a drink and chill because I ain't have any responsibilities this Saturday.
Yeah.
I come back in at like 9:45 when my spot was up. D-Knight was like, man, you good, DB? I was like, yeah, man, that Marbury thing got me shook. It's just funny when you hear. I'm dead dog serious. I went right over to Daly's. I was like, hey, they're looking at me like, dang, DB, you good? It's pretty early. Like I'm young. I was young, man.
I will say having like a fight over Stephon Marbury so bad to the point that you walk out is like I feel like the most.
Well, you got to know Warner. Like Dave was he's super slight. He's like clean cut.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so Warner is a huge Jason DeRusso guy.
Okay.
They were very they used to train together and shoot free throws because Warner had a strap.
Yeah.
And DK was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a 2-time All-State. He's a runner-up Mr. Basketball. And so we would just get into these guard arguments.
Mm-hmm.
And Warner was a guy that was so laid back with his arguments, it would drive you up the wall. And he was the first one that like really got into the DB thing. He's like, man, I don't know about that DB. Man, DB, I don't know. And it was just like, well, what does that mean? Like, give me something. Yeah. I'd watch boxing with him. Like this is like old.
Yeah.
But Marbury.
Marbury's a good comp,
and he's strong like that. That body.
Marbury could bully you.
Yeah,
like he could bully you.
Marbury was a menace.
But I think so in this mock draft, you want to guess where they've got Acuff at?
In this mock?
Yeah. This is about 10 days old. So it shouldn't have changed that much.
I'm just trying to think of the draft order. 3.
8.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where most people have him.
Yeah. So
that doesn't surprise me. That's where most people have him.
But if you told me I was getting Stephon Marbury without the Stephon Marbury,
yeah,
I would take
Remember
him.
My man was like giving away shoes for free in Japan,
dude. He was a superstar in China and at Stephen Barry's.
Yeah,
he was the Stephen Barry's
Starberries.
Yeah, the Starberries.
Back in the day.
All right, so they've got DeBonta going 1 now.
Yeah,
we already talked about the comp they have for him. They've got him as a Jaylen Brown comp, which I think is fair. I think it's a fair comp.
I'll take that.
I think, like I said, I think is a little bit more advanced offensively than Brown was at this stage, but Brown obviously developed into a guy with a pretty good bag. They've got Boozer number 2. Who do you think the comp is for Cameron Boozer?
Oh, no, I don't want to argue with Padilla again.
Don't worry. He won't message you for about 4 more hours when he wakes up and listens to this.
Well, no.
He's at State, so it'll be like 3 days from now. You got plenty of time. He probably won't even go back and get it.
Boozer's comp.
I actually agree with this both stylistically and for the impact the level of impact this person has on teams.
Huh.
I actually don't think it's that flattering.
Al Horford?
No.
Give me one.
Kevin Love.
Really? Yeah, I don't know.
I think it is.
Boozer has better post game, but that's not going to be what he does.
Well, and you don't forget, young Kevin Love had a pretty good post game.
Yeah, I know, but he gave me mellow vibes though, where it would be
face
like
up and
catch and face up.
Okay.
Especially at UCLA.
Yeah. At early Minnesota, he was a little better back to the basket, but that stopped being his game.
Yeah. Sure.
Here's the thing, though.
Kevin Love, man, you guys.
No, I liked Kevin Love.
Kevin Love was nice.
He was nice, but this is the reason I think it's not a huge compliment. And this is the thing that Jacob and I argued over. Was when I said I would take Caleb Wilson first, I said I think he has the potential to impact winning at a higher level than Cameron Boozer does.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Kevin Love comp came out, and I go, that's exactly what I mean. If Kevin Love is your best player, you're not winning anything.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like Kevin Love.
I do too.
Because he struggles emotionally.
I liked him.
I cheer for him.
I liked him before that.
He almost let LaFraud ruin him.
I liked him before. I liked him especially after that when he started talking about mental health issues. But from just a basketball standpoint, if Kevin Love's your best player, a 4 seed is your ceiling.
Yeah, but remember in college, like Kevin Love he was like, he had the big, he was like frumpy.
Yeah.
Like his game.
He got his body into better shape.
Changed.
It did, 100%.
Then he could shoot it. I don't ever know if Boozer's going to be able to shoot it like that.
I mean,
Kevin Love had a strap.
He did. I think he's at like 38% on the year, though. Boozer.
Yeah, how many is he going to take?
That's a question I can't answer.
Oh, that's interesting.
I do think it's a very interesting comp. He's at almost 41% from 3.
Where are the Pacers picking again?
The so we don't know for sure yet.
I know.
But they're projected record-wise at 2. So in this mock, they've got.
The Pacers are loaded next year, Kobe.
And I don't know if they'll take a big with Zubac.
I don't either.
That feels like a secondary guard spot. So let's say.
Hey, the Pacers healthy?
So the
Pacers are going to be a menace next year.
So if the Pacers are actually not a bad spot for Darren Peterson, because you don't need him to be the lead guard. You got Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need him to be the lead scorer either. He's a guy that can come in and be who they wanted Benedict Mathurin to be.
I wish I could envision Peterson playing without the ball so much.
Yeah, that's the challenge, right?
Like I can't see that.
So if you're the Pacers, you like DeBonta better as a fit? Or it's a guy you don't like and you wouldn't like him at 2. Wagler would not be a terrible fit there.
I don't dislike Wagler.
You don't like him at 2.
No.
That's what
I'm telling I'm going to be right about Wagler.
That's fine. I'm talking about fit with the Pacers though. Like let's say they're picking 6th and Wagler's available.
And how do we worry about DeBonta's strength and not Wagler?
I worry less about DeBonta. I think he'll be fine.
Somebody help me.
Maybe it's stylistically.
I need to find you guys. I don't know if this was on Tick of the Talk or on a podcast I was listening to. Did I send it to you? The dude that did the deep dive on Wagler about 6'6" guys that don't dunk.
Yeah, I heard that. He also, I'm going to be honest, his voice made him not credible to me.
I know, which is kind of weird.
I couldn't get over it.
Did I listen?
No, he said so. What did he say? Oh, he said Illinois.
Did you listen? Yeah, you go.
And I was like,
yeah, the first response to me was, he can't say Illinois right. He lost me. And I was like, you dummy, listen to what he's saying.
I did. I still don't like it.
Dude, did you not listen to any of the NFHS broadcasts yesterday?
Yeah. I'm okay there. I don't want to say anything.
I want to hammer kids, but I'm just saying, hey, young people out there, you get a broadcast, especially on the state stage. Like this isn't like a Tuesday night high school game.
Just pronunciation guides.
You've got to get the names right.
Good pronunciation guides.
I don't care how many times you say mid-range. I don't care. Like you have to get the names
number
right.
Number one thing.
Get that is right. Somebody's got to. And I told Sauter, I said, hey, go look out for some young folks.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them it's Simons and not Simmons.
Yeah.
And Sauter, like now I can see him on television. He's allegedly telling me he's working, but he's taking a knee in a dude's ear like this. This is how he's talking. I'm like, damn it, Jerome, get off that flipping floor and go tell those kids. And this is what he's doing. He's like talking to this dude. I was like, oh my God, I think Sauter's like probably driving this. This is how he's doing. He's like, oh my God, I think
Sauter's probably like, hey, I'm trying to watch a game here.
Driving him crazy. So he finally texts me back like 20 minutes later because I'm losing my mind. And he goes, do you know how far that is? I'm not walking effing all the way effing up there. And I was like,
yeah,
oh, that
sounds
is
about right.
Yes. The most Jerome response ever. It was too far to go help out some young people.
Last one here.
And then they hit me with Vigness later. And I was like, I'm done.
And it's like,
turning it down. It's bigness.
Who do you think the Caleb Wilson comp was?
Oh, good one.
I have one, but it's very lofty. I think this is actually a compliment, but I don't know if I agree.
You know what, Rico? It might have been.
What did he say?
It might have been Rico. He was just off the screen. It might have been. Anyway, and I can't go back and play it.
Lee says DB telling Sauter to get off the floor. Hilarious.
Like, sit down. I know. Like I sat on the floor yesterday, Lee. But that was kind of a thing where I won. Do I even explain this? I'm gonna get hammered.
Yeah, go for it.
Sasha kind of chimes in sometimes, and it sounds like it's
coming from the heavens.
It sounds like it's coming from above, like not in my ears. So I was like, oh, it's almost like I can hear this voice that I can't see. So in my head, I didn't say this out loud. I was like, I wonder what that would be like. I'm gonna hide off camera and have people just hear my voice without being able to see me. So I sat on the floor, but then she wouldn't let me have my moment because she's gonna move the camera so I could see it. Would watch me on the floor.
Yeah.
No fun, police. But I wanted Sauter to go up there and just talk to him.
I feel like you're just stalling time to think of a comp for Caleb Wilson.
I am. Pogo sticky guy? Quick jumper?
I have one. I don't know if you'll agree. I have one.
Give it to me.
This isn't who they said. I think I think the ceiling is Kevin Garnett.
Better offensive player.
But later in his career, Kevin Garnett got pretty good. Like the mid-range game became good.
Like I honk for KG.
I think I look at the motor.
I gush for KG, but KG's like 7 foot.
He's a little smaller. So if he comes in like a legit 6'10", that's not crazy different.
I love KG.
I think the ceiling is KG.
That would be incredible.
Bleacher Report has his comp as Jermaine O'Neal.
Okay.
Better offensively.
But especially at the same age.
Yeah. But I mean, a better offensive bag than Garnett, probably.
Jermaine O'Neal, huh?
Jermaine O'Neal's a nice ball player.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. I think the motor and defensive prowess can be higher than Jermaine O'Neal, though. That would be that's where I go. That's where I lean Garnett.
Yeah, Garnett was so good.
Yeah.
I get mad at people that don't properly.
Garnett was phenomenal. I mean,
Garnett is still not getting his flowers for who and what he was.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude had to carry like Irvin Johnson, Sam Cassell, Wally Serbiak.
I will not hear any Sam Cassell slander.
Latrell Sprewell. Like those guys were certifiable, although Sam is normal.
Yeah.
Wally's weird. Wally's still weird.
Wasn't there an Anthony Peeler on one of those teams?
Yeah, Peeler played with them. Isaiah Ryder. Like, what are you going to do with J.R. Ryder?
What was the year? Was it 02 they made the Western Conference Finals?
Oh, it was 05. I was in Minneapolis when they played the Lakers.
Okay, 05.
I think, yeah, it was 05. I still have the mini bowl.
I think it was before that.
It was 04, 05.
I think it was before that.
All right. Look it up.
I think I was younger than that.
Look it up.
I'm looking it up. I
went with Brian.
Let's take a quick break here.
Oh, wait, is this one of those? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
It's 8.
Yeah.
You guys are on a roll. You can keep going.
Quick first hour there. Who do you think Wagler's comp is?
What did you say yesterday? At no point do you look at the clock during the first hour and think it's later than it's earlier than it really ever is?
Well, so the every time that I look up at the clock, it's never earlier than like 7:30.
Dude,
ever.
Just blew through the hour.
It was 03:04.
Okay.
03:04. So we were in the middle.
Yeah.
I said 02.
I knew. I was like, yeah, because
Saunders got fired in 04:05.
Old Flipper.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Dude, that was a talented roster. They ran into a buzzsaw.
They got bounced in the first round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 consecutive years before the Western Conference Finals run. And then they didn't make the playoffs for
that's not y'all, Kobe. That's your boy. That's L3. I like the Kevin Love comp. Kevin Love was sweet.
No, I think it's a good comp, and I think he's a good player. I'm saying if Kevin Love is your best player, where are you going?
You're thinking of but look at who Kevin Love had. Minnesota Kevin Love was good.
He was good.
Cleveland Kevin Love had to play with LaFraud.
I understand that.
He was a great 3.
I think if Kevin
Love had to play with Kyrie and LeBron, that'll ruin anybody's psyche.
I think if Kevin Love is your second or third best player, you're in really good shape. I don't think that's what you're trying to draft at number 1 or number 2.
I think it's time for my weekly question.
What's that?
Where's Kyrie Irving?
He's out for the year, apparently. That's what they tell me.
I mean, talk about a strange career for a guy that is uber talented. Give me the Wagler comp.
We're talking about Kyrie or Darren Peterson?
Wow.
The Wagler comp is Jamal Murray.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic comp.
I think Murray's handle was a little tighter earlier.
No. It's still bad.
Okay.
It's still bad. I don't even know if Jamal Murray likes basketball until it's like the playoffs.
Pretty good in the playoffs.
That's a great comp.
Yeah, that's a good comp. Not a great athlete.
Yeah, can't get off the ground. Yeah,
Wagler's a little taller. I think Murray's a little stronger.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
because Wagler's got to be a legit 6'6".
Yeah, he's tall. He's long.
Yeah, I like that comp.
Let's take a quick break. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
They're learning what to do. Guys are growing into their roles. They continue to install, so they put new things in. They've got some explosive players on offense to deal with, and so they're having to, take away the guys that the offense has while also taking advantage of their skill set. So I think they're growing and they're doing a nice job. Yeah, I think since the day Quasi got here, obviously we'd played against him, so we had a feel for his skill set. He's been very focused, very determined, very professional, adjusted well, great route runner, deep ball player, continuing to find ways to manufacture for him opportunities to run after the catch. He's been a really good addition for us.
Yeah, it's pretty rewarding. I had the goal of making the defensive team even last year, which I didn't make, obviously. But, yeah, that was a goal for me. I knew I could compete for that. And it's tough to beat a 7'4" guy for Defensive Player of the Year, so I'm okay with that. But, yeah, even getting the honorable mention for All Big Ten is something that was only in my biggest dream. So being able to kind of be rewarded for that is very satisfying.
I mean, I think it just goes to show the trust that the coaches and the players had in me. I mean, I feel like last year things didn't go the way I wanted to, but then I trusted the process. I stayed down, I kept my head down, kept working, and I think that's the biggest thing just coming in this year. And coaches, my teammates believed in me, put me in situations where that could happen.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by NextGen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. Want to set the lineup real quick because we're only an hour into the show, so it's plenty of time to do that still. Coming up in 4 seconds, we've got Brian Edwards joining us from MajorWager. He's a little earlier this morning because at 8:30, we've got EJ Barthel, the running backs coach for Nebraska, will be joining us on the show. And then at 9 o'clock, we will have our Thursday regular Michael Bruntz from Husker 24/7.
I'm going back and forth with Benny McLaughlin, who is not feeling well.
Yeah, he was supposed to be our 9:30 guest, but he's a little under the weather.
He texted early. He's such a good dude. He's like, hey, sorry to bail on you guys, but I feel like poop. I was like, it's good.
It's not great. It's not ideal.
No, and he's got young kiddies too, so I don't know.
Probably where he got it from. Let's be honest.
His wife's gonna probably quarantine him.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're sick, it's probably the children's fault.
Wow, Ravi here for anti-kids.
No, schools are just petri dishes. They just pass around sicknesses and
yeah, it might be daycare. I don't know.
I mean, it's about the same idea, right?
Yeah,
got too many people in one place and
wow,
germ factories.
Ravi here for young people.
It's like going on an airplane every day.
Going on a trip.
Not great. Not
Bad idea. That was in When a Man Loves a Woman. Andy Garcia was seeing his little girl on the playground.
Speaking of trips, I think I'm gonna get you a nice pair of like headphones for the Chicago trip.
Why? Oh, so I don't have to listen to your music.
So you can like listen to your Keith Sweat, your smushing music all by yourself. And then we'll listen
Apparently the smush thing was a Jersey Shore reference. I did not know.
Oh, is that where it started?
I never watched. Yeah, Sasha's nodding her head. I've never watched one full episode of Jersey
I did not
Shore.
realize that's where it started. I just knew it was like an early 2010s vernacular.
Hopefully I don't strike you as a Jersey Shore guy.
That's exactly what you strike me as.
Those people got rich though.
Every time I look at you, I go, that guy probably loves Jersey Shore. Every time. I have to get past that before we start every conversation.
That's probably not remotely true, to
I'm
be
like,
honest.
loves Jersey Shore, hates food storage practices, and then we start.
Oh, I vacuum sealed some hash browns yesterday.
Why are you vacuum sealing hash browns, man?
Because I had gotten the moisture out of the potatoes, the starch, and I know freezing them will recreate some moisture, but I wanted to get the starch because I have some folks coming home because Nebraska has some downtime next week, so I have to prepare the army. So I wanted them already sectioned out and thawed. Not thawed, yeah, kind of quasi-thawed. I'm planning ahead, man.
I think you just like vacuum sealing, so you just vacuum seal stuff that doesn't need vacuum sealed. That's what I have landed on here. They're just like, what else can I vacuum seal? So it's like somebody gets like a new laminator and they're like a big like
need anything for me to laminate?
Yeah.
Although at schools, that's the last thing people want to do because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, can I laminate? Do you have to?
Do you need to? You really need
or is it, you ever tried to use the copier? What's your code? Put your code in.
How many do you need? What do you need that for?
It's like, damn.
It's like,
what is this, the Lorax?
I speak for the trees.
That's tough.
Yeah, this isn't like, I mean, it's paper. It's not oil prices. Like you can afford a couple extra sheets.
Yeah, oil prices are life is good if you own some oil. What are you, about $110 a barrel now?
Yeah.
Be all right.
Keljim says the meat makes sense, but the processed food makes 0 sense. It is troubling. We're gonna have him crash out on vacuum sealing again.
No, so here's the thing, KJ.
Mm-hmm.
This makes perfectly good sense.
Okay.
I had some Yukon Gold, some yellows, if you will, and it's not until Friday night, Saturday morning, Sunday morning that I need them, and I didn't want to mess with the shelf life of the potatoes. So I put them through the process early, and I've got them frozen, vacuum sealed. It's called preservation. He's probably like, no, you're an idiot. I'm just saying. I mean, that was my philosophy.
Yeah, I understand. I don't think hash browns need vacuum sealed. You're like the guy with the label maker that like
I wasn't just gonna vacuum seal an unpeeled potato.
You should. No, you don't have to because it's a potato. It's got
so can I just say this about potatoes without you guys losing your goddamn minds?
Yeah.
I don't like when they grow. The minute I see the little funny thing grow on there,
like the eyes,
I'm out.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm out.
They're gross looking.
Yeah. It goes back to being a child. I opened a bag of chips and we thought it was a bug in there, and it was a sprouted potato. It was in a 3-pack, a triple pack of Betsy Baker potato chips. Ask my mom. We were afraid to reopen the bag. We're like, oh my God, it's a roach. Or not a roach. It was like some bug monstrosity. It was just an old potato that had the little things on it.
Oh, you got a little grace from Keljam. He says, if it's fresh hash browns, I kind of get it. He said, corn dogs, there's still no excuse.
I'm just telling you.
I
want to expound on the corn dog thing, but we have to get to Brian Edwards.
He's not in yet. We're fine. Joe Good says he gets 1,000 copies a month at his school.
Really?
Look at you, Joe Good.
Oh, but he gets it though. Anybody in the teaching world, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like what I was saying about the copy. And like, don't be some of these outside coaches sometimes that like want to use other people's codes because they give you snide looks. But when you want to put together like scouting reports and stuff, it's like,
can I use your code?
Hey, do you mind? And you get the go ahead.
Down to 937 copies this month.
Like the old lady with the glasses on Monsters Inc., which would
Mike Wazowski
would have no relevance to you probably.
Ben says controversial comment, but we struggle with athletes who want their lives to be more about more than their sport. Kyrie fits this narrative. I know I struggled with him for a long time. They're people first. That's fine, and it's their right to be people. It's also their right not to be compensated like athletes that do put their sport first. That's how capitalism works. So, like, listen, if you want to be a people, that's cool. I get it.
You guys got love as matter of factness, if nothing else.
But like, I appreciate it. Listen, I'm all here for mental health, but if you want to be compensated like people that are wired like Kobe and Michael, then you probably don't get to have both. That's not just true of sports. That's true of everything. People that are built real big on like work-life balance, a lot of times they're not compensated like the people that aren't.
Yeah. Can I say this about I'm going to get killed about the corn dogs again. My daughter does not like burnt marks or anything that remotely looks off color.
Okay.
So when you're going from frozen to fresh or to hot and you want the hot dog inside the right temp without compromising the outside.
Okay.
The method that I use, the vacuum seal, works well because they go in warm water first so I can bring the temp down externally to get the internal temp right. I get it. It's a lot for a little 7-year-old, but Tail Jam, don't freak out. That's why.
We have Brian, by the way.
Let's get to our guy.
Brian B. Edwards would know about a
Brian
good corn
Edwards.
dog.
He's joining us. He's from MajorWager.
Maybe not because he's laughing at me.
What's up, B? How we doing?
Never laughing at you, Damon. I'm always laughing with you.
I know all these. It's like, I promise I'm not a cartoon character. I am a real person with feelings. Do you eat corn dogs, B? You don't strike me as a corn dog.
Every now and then. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Corn dogs? Like, what setting? Would you be at like a ball game? Like when?
Yeah, I was gonna say at a game. I mean, like I don't make them at home, but yeah, a ball game. And I gotta have ketchup, and I want a little mustard if possible as well.
Oh yeah, I have lunch with a guy once a week. I kid you not, B. He's whenever he gets fries, his go-to condiment is mustard.
For fries?
For fries. I mean, he's not even going anywhere near ketchup. He is mustard and fries. It's my Arnold Palmer guy.
I'm a big proponent of Heinz ketchup.
Mustard. Dead serious.
Not like regular mustard, not like honey mustard.
Regular yellow mustard.
I don't know.
And I like mustard, but not on my fries.
I don't know, man.
It's my guy. Give him some grace. Hey, so you get games early, man. Are you ready? No, you don't get the time change because you're in North Florida, right?
I'm Northwest Florida, so I'm central. But what do you mean? Do I get early?
Yeah,
I mean, UMass is 10 a.m.
Yeah, I was thinking you might be Eastern, but I forget that you're still central.
Yeah, I think it goes central like 45 minutes west of Tallahassee.
Especially in like the states of Florida and some of those northwest areas, are you guys like over the time?
I'm like 45 minutes from Alabama. I could drive north and get to Alabama.
You're like, oh, it's a different type.
Yeah, but why would you want to?
I don't. I don't do it ever. I drove to Oxford for the Gator football game, so I guess I went in November. But
the problem is then you end up in Alabama, and then what?
Yeah, it's like
then you end up in Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Not trying to end up in Mississippi either.
Just saying,
right?
Fly over state for your boy.
Rather take my chances in Alabama.
All right.
Off the rails already.
Let's start right in the Big East with UConn and Xavier and Coach Hurley, everybody's favorite victim. Just ask him.
Oh,
you like a total here? What is it?
Yeah, shame on me for not getting on this early, but I've been on it 4 in a row, and hopefully this is the last chance, most likely, with Xavier. The overs are automatic with this team. The overs on a 25-5 run for Xavier in its last 30, but 2 of the 5 unders in that 30-game stretch had combined scores of 155 points apiece, which obviously would have gone over this number, which is 151.5 or 152. They played twice in the regular season. They didn't fly over, but they went over 90-67 for 157, 92-60 for 152, which would be a push or a win tonight. But yeah, Xavier overs. I've been on 4 in a row, and not only, well, knock on wood, but they not only have gone over, they've gone over with several minutes, to play.
Wow, easy. That's easy pickings. Gutsy here, big number. Last time Duke laid a big one, Carolina was on the receiving end of that big spread. 17.5 against a very. If you can cap Florida State, good on you. Which Florida State team you think you're getting? I have no idea, but you catching or laying the 17.5?
I'm catching. 2 starters out for Duke, Caleb Foster and Patrick. However you pronounce his last name. Foster averages 8.5 points, 3.6 rebounds, 2.8 assists. Ngangba, I'm guessing, the big guy for Duke. 10.7 points, 6.0 rebounds. Those 2 guys are out. FSU's won 4 in a row and 10 of 12. They're 11-4 against the spread in their last 15. Their last 5 as underdogs of 7.5 or more, 5-0 against the spread, 2 outright wins. And this was back on January 3rd before FSU really started playing well. They only lost to Duke 91-87, and Tallahassee is a 16.5 point home dog. Give me the 17.5 with the Noles.
What do you like on this Wisconsin game here? -7 over Washington, who I don't know if you know this, B, not good.
This is scary. This is not near. It should be 17. They're like begging you to take Wisconsin. I know you're going to take Wisconsin.
I sure am. Because I kicked myself. It was either 2 Saturdays or 2 Sundays ago when they were only -2 at Washington, and they were on my list, but I had like 5 other plays, and I didn't end up playing it. They jumped out like a 15-2 lead, and they won 90-73 at Washington. And I mean, they've won 3 in a row. They've won 15 of their last 20. Wisconsin's playing well. In fact, I think Florida's winning the big boy tournament, but I think Wisconsin at 125-1 is a legit or definite Sweet 16 team, in my opinion, and maybe Final Four contender at 125-1. You can monetize that ticket if they get to the Elite 8. So Wisconsin -7 today. And it doesn't hurt that Washington played an overtime game yesterday. 3 of their starters played 43 minutes apiece, and a 4th starter played 40 minutes. And they're 7-13 straight up in their last 20.
I just saw this with Marshall, where they'd gotten beat by, was it Georgia State? I can't remember who it was. They'd been beaten by double digits twice, but in the conference tournament, they were a 4-point fave. They ended up losing. Washington just got hammered by Wisconsin. They beat them by 17. And now it's 7? It just seems weird.
Yeah. Well, look, Wisconsin's big man probably isn't going to play, Nolan Winter, although Guard said he's good for next, the big boy tournament. So, I mean, that's one thing. He averages almost a double-double, Nolan Winter.
Yeah,
he's probably not playing, so maybe that's a factor.
I think Washington let Carrington get loose. If I remember, like I think Carrington had like 30 plus in that one. That's probably not happening again.
Right. Yep. We don't need to win by 17 or 18. Let's just win by 8.
Yeah, I did. That was one of those. I was like, huh.
B, going over to the ACC, you got Virginia as -6 and NC State. I'll be honest, I'm not sure I love NC State. How do you feel on this one?
I think NC State's playing horrible. They fell down big to Pitt yesterday, and fortunately got to play pretty good in the second half and had a little late first half run. But NC State's playing horrible. I mean, they were on a 4-game losing streak before that. They've still lost 6 of 7. They're in a 2-8 against the spread slump. They played in Charlottesville. They lost by 29 in the regular season. When they played Virginia at home, they lost by 15. The Cavs have won 16 of their last 18 games. Only losses at Duke and to UNC at home with a healthy Caleb Wilson. So I'm going to go UVA -6. I also like a money line parlay with UVA and Wisconsin. And those are in the afternoon. And let's throw the over UConn Xavier 152 in it to make it a 3-leg parlay. And if the first 2 hit this afternoon, being UVA and Wisconsin, we could hedge back if we want to with the under on Xavier and UConn, and hopefully that line will move higher. And I suspect it will, because when I played the Xavier over 154 yesterday morning, it was 157.5 like an hour later. So that's just if you want to hedge.
All right, so this one's interesting too, and I get it. You see plus 200, and this will be the last one for me, B. But they're laying 8 today. We looked at all the conference favorites, and outside of Duke, I'm seeing like -105s, -125s, like right around 11 to 10 for faves. The undefeated team in their own conference is plus 200. That doesn't seem to make sense given, like, how is Michigan only like -110, but Miami of Ohio is plus 200? You're going to get that good plus money, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to try. So I'm doing that plus 200 Miami of Ohio to win the MAC tournament, but then I am fading them with UMass. Now this is a smaller play in my other place today. I'm going with UMass plus 8 today. UMass, or first off, Miami of Ohio has won by 2 points exactly in their last 3 games, and UMass, its last 11 as an underdog, 8-3 against the spread, 4 outright wins. And they only lost by 2 at Miami of Ohio during the regular season. So I'm going to go UMass plus the 8, but I like it, the Miami of Ohio plus 200 to win the tournament, and hopefully I'll win both.
That's our guy, Brian Edwards, MajorWager. We appreciate it, Brian. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, fellas. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, B.
Going to take a quick break here. Coming up next, we've got EJ Barthel, your Nebraska running backs coach, here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's been a really healthy competition, and the guys have been working together, led by Drew. Like I said, Drew has done an amazing job from a leadership standpoint and just trying to raise the level of play for all those guys in that room. And one thing we've done in practice is roll those guys with all different groups, whether it was first group, second group, third group. It really doesn't matter what group you go out there with. It's about what your execution's like, what your effort's like, and then at the winning moments, are you making the plays? And just rolling those guys with different groups and seeing them go against different receivers and play with different other guys as well, and seeing who's going to rise to the occasion. So it's been a really good competition in that room so far. Yes, and I saw that in recruiting Danny, and I was knowing Danny for so long. When I met Danny, I don't think he had any stars, and then he went from a 3-star to a 4-star to obviously ended up being a 5-star. But a lot of guys carry that weight on their shoulder, feel like, hey, I have this to prove or that to prove, when he's a guy that just want to come to work and not really worried about, hey, the expectations of being a 5-star coming in. So it's been good to just see him come in and put his head down and work.
listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We are joined now by EJ Barthel, your running backs coach at the University of Nebraska. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. How you guys doing?
Coach, how we doing, man? Do you have a little downtime for a second, or like how we doing?
Nah, man, it doesn't exist in college football. You know that. Come on, man. Ain't no such thing as downtime, man.
Hey, at what point did he call the staff meeting for you yesterday?
You see, you try now. You're gonna catch me. Now you're gonna catch me. See, no, I'm not getting set up. Coaches. Yeah, we normally have staff meetings. At that time. So, yeah, just sometimes he'll cancel them. Sometimes he'll run them. So, But you're trying to set me up now, bro.
Never. So diplomatic. Oh, he killed me, so you don't have to worry about that. Like in any heat that comes out of anything, he's blaming me, so it doesn't matter, man.
Oh man. I appreciate you guys having me on the show. I mean, I've been here, 3 seasons. My first time. Golly, I get enough heat from y'all. I can't get on the show. Golly, what?
See, this is the part of you that I need people to see. Like,
yeah, that's right.
They see the stoic, like I like to call you musclehead, where you're like the guys. Like, this is funny, right? Like this is why you're good on the recruiting trail. It's like people when they need discipline, they're going to get disciplined, but and you can do it with love. But my man's got jokes too.
That's right. Listen, you coach hard and love hard. You know what I mean? Coach hard and love hard. That's how I was raised in this sport. And from a coach standpoint, I learned a lot from some great coaches. I worked under some of the best coaches in college football, and Coach Rule being one of them. I've learned a lot of things, from my early ages as a coach, and how and it's a process, right? And so, I think the one thing about this place, the one thing about Matt and how we do things here, Coach Rule, is like we're going to coach every aspect of the development of the kid, right? On the field, off the field, academically, mentally, emotionally, physically. I mean, all those things. We're dealing with kids. We're like uncles or second parents. So that's just kind of how I am,
Yeah. Back to real quick, because you said something I want to get to. It only took 3 years because I'm in a tricky spot, right? The network has to go first. You do great stuff with Husker Sports Nightly and my colleagues, and I don't like to supersede the network. So I just have to wait until they get all their good stuff out, and then when I'm on this job, it's like they throw me a few bones. So every time I get the opportunity, that's when I was like, okay, if the network's cool, I gotta get EJ. So
hey, as long as I'm here, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm here now, so I got a shot. I'm here now. I watched the show enough, so I'm grateful to be on it, man.
Let's go. See, you should have never told me that. Now I'm gonna have to say good things about you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you, man. Trust me. I see you out there. When I catch those strays, I see you out there. I see you grunt. I see your body language. Like oh man.
All right, so you said something interesting because people laugh at me. I said, he could have coached our room, and we had some tough guys, big personalities, and it's not just the running backs; it's the fullbacks too, right? You gotta be able to handle it like a Lance Lewis or a Corey Schlesinger or some of these guys. And you said something about coaching the whole player during Coach Rule's tenure. The off-the-field incidents versus the GPAs is something, and maybe nobody cares anymore, but it just lends credence to what you're saying about the discipline. Like, nothing ever happens in Lincoln with like the football guys, and I see like the tight ship that you guys run in terms of what to wear, where to be, what time to be there, making sure you're in class. Like, that's not by accident. It appears to be pretty intentional.
As college football is changing, it's really kind of morphing into, I would say like, almost professional sports as it grows. There has to be an element of this. We're still dealing with young people. You know what I'm saying? And we're dealing with young people that need that need to learn how to become young men and young women. You know what I mean? And so successful young men and young women. And as you guys know, success very rarely comes from success, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is success usually comes from failure, right? So I think just making sure that we're helping these kids grow in every aspect and keeping them accountable from class to diet to nutrition. 1 minute late is late. From every aspect is so important when you're dealing with young people, and especially in today's age. I think it's mostly important with all the social media pressure, with all the outlets outside of sports. When we played, sports was our outlet, right? And so now there's many different outlets kids can use, and so we have to really dial in and help these kids become mature young adults very quickly. So we have to be involved, right? We have to be involved. And I think it's our job as coaches to be invested in the kids. And I talk to our guys, like, especially in recruiting, like the one thing that I want you to learn through this recruiting process is that I'm going to respect and demand your development. My lights went off here. Hold on a second.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, respect and demand your development. That's key. And if you can understand where my emotions are coming from as far as being aggressive or being accountable, and if the player knows it's coming from a place of care, they respond differently. You know what I mean? They respond differently. They know you care, and that's important. And so let's be honest, some of the demographics of kids that we recruit, sometimes more, and this isn't the right way, but more than times, a lot of these kids come from, tough structures at home, right? So we need to be that rock that provides that structure. That's how I view it.
Coach, I'm fascinated by this dynamic of sort of the personality types that people recruit at the college level, right? Whether it's just a toughness or a competitiveness. And I'm sort of curious, when you're looking at a kid, how much of it is you're looking to see if they're wired a certain way versus you're looking to see, hey, I think I can teach him these certain aspects of whether it's toughness or competitiveness. Like, and what's that balance like for you? Are there certain things you're just like, hey, that's incredibly hard to teach, I need you to come with that?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think coaching and evaluation are two different things. I think two different things. And I think within evaluation, you're really evaluating multiple things as far as, one, you're evaluating traits of a player. Two, you're evaluating character of a player. And then three, you're evaluating the background of that player. What does his foundation look like? I think there's three elements. And in today's football, I think the foundation part is more important than ever. Like, where do they come from? Who's involved in their lives? Who are the people that are surrounding these kids? And what are you dealing with when they get here? Right. And so I think that's important. I think you need to look at all three phases in recruiting. The one thing I will say is I've been fortunate enough to start my career in personnel and evaluation. So I had to learn how to evaluate prospects. Right. So that's something I tip my hat off to Coach Rule. Coach Rule taught me that when I first started working for him in personnel. When we were recruiting at Temple, I'll never forget a story. He asked me a question. He goes, what do you know about recruiting? I told him my belief system, and he goes, take everything you know and throw it out the window, because that's not going to work here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And what I mean by that is I had to learn how to evaluate the player, the traits when we were at Temple. We had to learn to find the athletes, to find the traits we're looking for in position profiles, right? And so each position has different profiles of what you're looking for. Arm length, a 40-yard dash. A 40-yard dash, a 4.7 kid in Brooklyn is a difference of a 4.7 kid in Dallas, Texas. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's the things like that you have to learn as an evaluator. And then, you have to learn the growth potential. That's the third part, right? Like who's coaching him when he gets here? Can this coach handle this player and the things that he needs, right? So I think, again, going back, I think it's the traits of the player. I think it's the character of the player, and I think it's the foundation of the player that we look at when we're recruiting. Hope to answer your question.
Yeah.
You guys are so intentional just as a staff with how you want to recruit. And I think it reveals itself and part of it on the back end has got to be the culture and what happens once they get here. But you do need at least some sort of a benchmark before guys get there where your transfer portal numbers are so low, relatively speaking, as a football team with guys wanting to leave the program, even guys that think they do, and then they sometimes come back. It's like, yeah, this is a pretty good place to be. How much of that is what you're trying to explain on the front end in terms of knowing what you're dealing with versus this is kind of the culture that's in place where you better know what you're getting once you get here?
I don't know if I completely understand the question correctly. So you're asking
how much of guys wanting to be around and you getting a good handle on people wanting to be with you is done on the front end of the evaluation process versus once they get here and they're in the culture, they're like, oh man, this is a good place for me to be. I don't want to leave this either.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So I think if I understand correctly, I think some kids are not going to fit here, right?
Yeah.
That's the reality, right? So like depending on where they come from and what kind of program they run, right? That's got to factor into, especially in an older player, he may not excel here, right? So every fit is not every kid is not automatically going to be a great fit. For example, and this is not at Nebraska, this is just college football. This is college football, in my opinion.
Okay.
If you are an older coach that has a family, right? That has a family and that has multiple things going on in your life, and you are at the end of your career, you're probably not going to want to deal with a young, immature kid because you're not going to get out of your jump up out of your apartment and go run to his dorm room because that kid needs that, right? So I think it's a matter of identifying who you are as a coaching staff. What is your culture as a coaching staff? Does that kid fit in this culture here? And necessarily just because he's a great player doesn't mean he's going to be a great player here. So I hope I'm answering this question correctly.
Yeah. That's just because you guys have such low turnover.
Yeah.
Right. So when people don't want to leave, regardless of how tough it is here, what you may read or the demands that you guys put them on as a staff, or Corey Campbell or Kristen, and to the T, all the pieces, like people aren't chomping at the bit to leave. So that I'm wondering, like behind the scenes, there has to be some good work being done in the evaluation process.
Yeah, I think that's really it. I think that's our process as far as making sure that we're getting the right type of person here, or the right type of character. I think that's important. That's such an important key for what we're doing. I mean, like some of the guys we've brought in here, they've never had the amount of accountability check-ins that we have here that they had at other places, right? Like this is not just a place where you're going to come play football and go home, right? You're going to come here and you're going to be coached in everything you do. You're going to leave here a better person, I think. And I think the kids feel that when they get here. I think the players feel that, and I think that's why we've had so much success, to be honest with you.
Hey, you said something last week in your presser. It caught me off guard. It kind of was why I asked the question I did. Is we're talking about development, which I don't think you get near enough credit for, but you got the same guys back in your room. And
hold on, you got to say that one more time. I didn't hear that, man. Hey, the thing got blurry, man. I didn't hear that.
Really good at development. You don't get enough credit for development. Is that good? Do you want me to say that?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
All right. So you said something you don't hear often with, I think, the caliber of guys that you could potentially have in this room is they're on another year with you. Like everybody in that room, and the one guy that's not, you recruited. I don't know how many coaches can say that, but I kind of think it speaks to what you're talking about, because you said something cool after that. It's like, I know if I need to change my EDD or my everyday drills to either pass pro or their footwork, or maybe it's stance, or maybe it's ball security, because I know the guys, right? Like it's very understated and underappreciated how important that is when you want guys, especially young guys, to like level up the next year. Is you know exactly what you're dealing with.
That's right. I mean, that's really an advantage that I think I have right now. I think that one, my style of coaching is deliberate, right? So like, I just a lot of coaches are what's that?
I would agree.
I think some style of coaches that they have their systems, they have their drills, and they just kind of here's what we're going to do, right? And so I think and you've seen my running back drills, you've seen my running back meetings, you've seen me coach the guys. I really, to me as a coach, what we're doing in our drill and preparation work has to correlate directly to the football field and to what we're doing either that day or that week or that or that season, right? That it has to make sense to me. Like if we're gonna run, like for example, like running back guys or guys come out there, line the bags up and run through the bags. Well, that's 12 minutes, right? So 12 minutes of bag work, right? If we're not working on eye development of stutter of like a counter play and what that looks like with the backer squeezing and another backer wrapping and then where your eyes should be and then how you react to that, and you're wasting time in my opinion, right? So like you have to prepare the kids for what they're going to see on the field. You know what I'm saying? And so I think one, that's how you should be coaching, especially when you're doing your meetings and individual work. And two, I think for us, our staff and implemented by Matt, Coach Rule, our staff, we're deliberate with what we're doing in practice, right? Like, so for us, I'm going to put down like, hey, player X, you have to get better today at 1, 2, and 3 things. Hey, player C, you have to get better at 1 and 2 things. Here's the things, and then I'll ask them, what's today's focus for you? Hey, coach, my focus is for hand placement. When I get on a linebacker, my hands need to be on the inside number. I need to work on having violent hands. Hey, coach, my hands is when I catch and tuck the ball, I'm catching the front tip. Immediately have to tuck and get vertical right now, right? So like deliberately making sure they know what one thing at a time, what they're getting better at every single day, I think is a way to develop, right? And so if the kids don't understand what they need to get better at every day, then I think you're just kind of like you're kind of just running the hamster wheel, right? You're putting the drills out there, but like, is it being effective for every kid and specifically the guys that are going to play for you on Saturday?
Yeah, one of the and why I get so passionate about this is obviously just understanding a position, but people sometimes can be a little bit critical or they can assume too much. And I'm just going to take Emmett for example, where a year ago. I may say something like during a game in the opportunities, just a little too busy behind the line of scrimmage, or you want to make sure when he's making moves, he's like gaining ground or whatever the critique may be. And then I'm watching it as the year evolves this year. And I'm like, man, look how he presses the point of attack, or the sneaky timing with like duo when he gets motion versus when it's not, or so those little nuances that I'm watching guys develop in terms of their patience and pressing the point of attack. It's like those are intentional, but you don't often hear guys get, and credit's bad. Like I'm not a big, well, make sure this guy gets his pound of flesh, but I do think we assume with the running back position that a lot of it's like 90% on the player and 10% on the coach, when learning how to run is actually a thing. Like I could see that development with EJ in particular, if we're going to use that example, or Mosey, who's actually learning to be a real running back with his vision and patience and anticipating who's playing over the top, or Makai learning to now run behind his pads. Like those are things, like little things that you can see happen that have to be intentional in that running back room.
I'm sorry. I'm leaving this room, but the sensors keep messing me up here. It's unbelievable. At least we get a nice view of the facilities.
Yeah, we just get to see this palatial estate that you.
Yeah, that's right. So, I think a couple of things you talked about I want to address. Right, the first thing I think you talked about right there is the running back coach is not, necessarily a teacher or developer. He's just it's mostly a player. That's, to me, when I hear that, it drives me crazy, right? Because you play the position, right? So the elements that you need to learn of all the positions. it's kind of crazy when people say that to me. I just kind of like, man, it's like, wow, man, do you understand how hard it is to dissect your eyes pre-snap and post-snap and protection in the run game and outside zone, inside zone, tight zone, timing, patience, tempo, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, Makai, here's Makai. Here's Makai here.
Oh, yeah, where's Mean Face? Put him
Hey,
on. Where's Buddha?
There goes little knucklehead.
What's up, y'all?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How y'all?
I'm good. So I figure you're smiling because you're with your guy, but man, you look good, man. What's the weight right now?
I'm probably gonna be like 197 today. I was 196 yesterday.
All right. Would you finish your meal at my house this time around with weighing 196?
If I finish the meal at your house, I'll probably be like 200.
EJ, he was so paranoid. He was like watching his diet. You look good. Bro.
Yeah, this guy will tell you, shoot, I'm on every single day around him, man. Hey, what's your weight? What's your weight? You know, I mean, again, it's talking about being deliberate, right? Every guy's got to be, we got to be locked into making sure that, he's a young guy. He's got to learn how to. The next phase is being mature in his diet, and it sounds something so easily, but you have to be very, very disciplined. You know what I mean? So, let me finish my interview, man. I'll get out of here.
Hey, Makai, tell him to tell his family hello for me.
I got you.
All right.
So, yeah. So, I guess what I'm saying is here, man. So I think that's kind of a wild statement. You know what I mean? Like as far as the development process isn't important for the running backs, right? So there's some God-given players in the running back position. There's guys where you can hand them the ball and they can just go, right? We're not talking about those guys. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like there's probably like what, like every year in college football, maybe one or two of those guys, right? Three of those guys. And, so if you have a guy like that, I've been around Saquon Barkley. I've seen that happen, right? So I've seen guys that you can just give the ball and they can figure it out, right? But very rarely does that exist, right? And so when I was assistant running back coach at Carolina, working with Christian, I remember the night before, when Coach Nix I was working under, he's like, "Hey, you got Christian in drills tomorrow." I remember being all nervous, man. I was like, "Oh, I was a young coach, at that time." And I'm thinking like, man, like, this is the best running back in the world. Like, what am I going to tell this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's he going to learn from me, right? And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be like deliberate about the basics and fundamentals. And he missed a read in outside zone, and I ripped him for it, and I come back and say, "Hey, man, you got to press this and hit that." And he looks like he goes, "Thank you, appreciate that." Next rep, your hands were low. Thank you, appreciate that. And he sent me a text that night saying, "Hey, man, like keep staying on me about the fundamentals. Keep staying on about fundamentals, right?" And I realized, like, that's the most important piece as a running back coach. You have to develop all aspects of the run game and protection game, but you have to develop it. You can only get great at one thing at a time. You can't go into a practice trying to get better at 5 things, right? Like we got like, and Evan is a great example. Like I could tell you exactly spring season things he had to work on, what he had to achieve. His first year with me, he had to just he had to learn the cycle of the snap, right? Like the play is called, and then there's 6 seconds between the play being called and the ball being snapped. Within those 6 seconds, where do my eyes go?
Mm-hmm.
Where do they belong?
Mm-hmm.
When the ball snapped, where do my eyes go? Right. So as a young player, you have to learn that. Right. So I think his first year with me, he had to learn the cycle of the snap. Right. Making sure his fundamentals were right, his footwork, his mesh point, getting the ball, putting his eyes in the right place. And then the second part, once you learn the cycle of the snap, then I think for Emmett, he had to actually go out there and do it, right? He had to go out there and find success. He had to miss reads. To understand what that feels like and what that looks like, right? So his second year, his first year, you'd hear, "Oh, well, he would stop his feet too much, or he wouldn't hit the hole," right? Because and it wasn't necessarily he wasn't seeing it; he just wasn't experienced at it yet, right? And so the second year, you got to see him really 2 things. You got to see him understand the run game, understand the pass game as far as route technique, and he really learned how to compete. Right, like he learned Ramir Johnson and Dante. He learned how to compete, right? Like in camp during the season, And I think when you learn how to compete and every single practice you're trying to master your craft as far as what your aiming point is on duo, where your eyes need to be, how I need to react on outside zone, on tight zone, on counter, on pin and pull. Like there's every single run is different. So when you learn that part of it, you come out of that thing like the shiny toy. Like, all right, now I know I have my arsenal, I have my weapons, I have my running back menu. And now, like, for example, last year, Emmett Johnson's deliberate practice was different than Mekhi Nelson's deliberate practice. I had to make sure that when I had free time of 6 minutes, 7 minutes here, I had to work on a choice route step with a hand swipe on Emmett to get reps at that, while Mekhi still had to work on
maybe pressing the point of attack or whatever.
Pressing the point of attack, seeing the mic point. If the wheel flies over top on dual, I can replace the wheel, right? So, like, that's important, man. Like, you got to learn every single thing. And you're not going to learn all these little things just one time, just all at once. You have to slow it down, dissect it, and demand you get better at one thing at a time. And that's what you saw with Emmett Johnson.
You guys are so close. And we're weird, prima donnas. And I tell these stories, and you talked about a natural guy, and you don't have them often. I mean, the first scrimmage, we're watching, they wanted the older guys to cheer on the younger guys. I'm watching, 3s versus 3s and 4s versus 4s. And LP rips off like 7 long runs. These old school ugly Converse, right? And I mean, it's just house call after house call. My man Ed Stewart, who was playing defense at the time, he put his arm around me. He said, "Well, young buck, looks like you got your work cut out." Right? So it's just like, and to be able to cheer for those guys and to have our room as tight knit as it was, like, that's when the magic happens, right? Because what you're talking about, if you get 6 or 7 minutes with EJ, you get a couple of minutes with Mekhi, you get a couple of minutes with Mike. It's like they have to understand and be mature enough to know it's different for me. I may not be getting the same feedback, but it's for me, and then I can cheer for those guys, because that's really when the magic happens in your room as a totality, right? I'm looking at Connor Booth. He may have had the best run of the day the other day, and he didn't say nary a word, right? Nobody said anything to him, and I'm just like, you need a room like that, because the floor gets so much closer to the ceiling that way when your room gets along.
That's right. I think if you're pushing, and I'm going to coach every guy like they're a starter, right? Like, I'm not going to lose focus on the guys that are playing that we know are going to play. But we believe that you have to push the bottom of the room. And if you push the bottom of the room, and I mean bottom as far as experience, right? The bottom of the room, that's going to raise the top of the room. There's no question when Emmett would see Mekhi bounce a duo and outrun the defense in practice. There's no question. His mind is like, okay, I got to get on my job here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I'm ready. Like, when he could have taken a day off for a couple of reps, he's like, "No, man, no."
Exactly right. And that's I'm sure that's how your room was. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh man, this guy is coming for me, man. And so that's healthy competition. It honestly, when I was at the combine with Coach Rule, and the amount of GMs and player personnel people and coaches that came up to me and talked to me about how they loved Emmett's interviews and the way he competed and all those things. Like, it was really it was really satisfying, and I just felt really grateful in that moment to hear all the things that we preach about really come to life. You know what I mean? And so, but you're right, man. I think it's a special, it's competition and pushing each other. That's how you get better. And we're fortunate right now. We got a good room.
Coach, I kind of want to ask you about the relationships within a coaching staff, right? Because I think a lot of times as fans and media, we silo things off, like, oh, the running backs aren't playing well, it's the running back coach's fault, and the wide receivers aren't playing well, it's the wide receiver coach's fault. But especially with your room, right? How important is the relationship between like you and Dana Holgerson and Jeep Wade to understand, hey, this is what
Satterfield.
It's Satterfield. Like, and like, this is even to kill shorts, right? Like the blocking on the perimeter is incredibly important to understand, hey, this is what my room does well. versus this is what your room does well versus this is the kind of game that Coach Holgerson likes to call. Like, how important are those relationships that maybe people don't see all the time?
I mean, those are extremely important to me. I think like the chemistry that we have, in the room, right? The expectations. One, like if you come to our practice, you're going to see me and Coach Shorts competing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I want my guys to do great, and he wants his guys to do great. And so I think it keeps us accountable as coaches as well, right? It keeps that energy and making sure that one, listen, it's got to be professional. There's got to be genuine love there, right? We can't, you got to stay together. We have to leave the room all as one. That's important. And two, I think like us pushing each other helps you get better, right? And so, like it makes the room better, it makes being here better, it makes the energy, your players feel the energy you guys have as a staff, and so, we are a tight crew right now, and so we got to know each other better, and then we got to know each other as individuals, how to push each other, how to communicate with each other. That's a learning process too, right? Like, how is this coach going to respond if I crack a joke at him? Is he going to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So you got to learn those guys. And I think going on year 2 with Coach Holg and DeKeel and now just spending time with Jeep, learning his character, and it helps the communication process. And I think that's important. It helps the energy at practice, and the players, especially young teams, they feed off that energy. You know what I mean? And so we read a book, Pete Carroll's Win Forever. And in that book, he talks about he felt when he was at USC that like it was the coach's job to bring the energy to players at practice, and that was a difference maker. And that really hit home for me because that's what we do. That's kind of my mindset, right? I want to make sure that our guys, the running backs, that they understand practice is like a game, and it's no different. That intent. The seriousness of that, the intent, and each rep matters, right? We cannot. There's no time for anything other than elite effort and elite focus on each rep. Because if we miss a rep in a 12 play, if we miss 2 reps on a 10 play script, I mean that's big time. So, the practices are really important.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you 2 things. Number one, you're the only guy other than Coach Williams that I have to wait for like the right moment to go in and try to get a love hug, because you guys, neither one of you talk. You're always intense. Your fists are clenched. I'm like, I just want to go say hi to my guys. I wait, so I always appreciate that. But you referenced the competition with Coach Shorts. I can't believe how tough he is. I tell him every day, whatever the temp is, my man is rocking shorts, Coach Barthel. Like, you got to get DeKeel's toughness when it comes to tackling the weather, because he gets busy out there in some shorts, man. I don't know what it is, but, man, that he gives 2 cares about what the weather's doing.
I'd say, well, one, he's from Jersey, so I understand where that comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? But the reality is that he got 10 years on. I got 10 years on him, man. So, you know what I mean? I ain't got. He's still trying to prove his toughness. I ain't got to prove it no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm seasoned. You know what I mean?
Don't let DB shame you into trying to wear shorts all the time.
It ain't happening, bro. It is not happening. Trust me. I ain't messing around with that cold, man. I don't know. I never understood that. How does toughness correlate with being cold? I still don't get that.
I'm wearing a jacket in here right now because you break this thing down to like 60 degrees every morning.
Oh, man. I remember I was a player. I come out, my sleeves on. People like, man, you soft. I said, this ain't got nothing to do with being soft, man.
I appreciate the time, man. Coach, the captain gave us his blood. I call Keith the captain, right? Because he's always trying to deal. And I appreciate it. You said, hey, did you clear this with Keith? I said, all right, I'll be right back. I said, hey, Keith, can I get Coach? And he's like, is it good with it? I'm like, that's my guy, man. I think I can get him right.
Oh, man. I appreciate y'all having me on here, man. It's been, like I said, I've been waiting to get on here, man. And so I'm really blessed to be here. Listen, when I took this job, I don't want to keep talking about it. I took this job. I knew what it meant, right? Like to bring the run game back to the standard of college football. I thought that was the ultimate challenge. You know what I mean? And so, not saying that we're done, but I think we made a nice jump last year, and I think that we continue to make that the goal. And I know how important the running back position here is at Nebraska. I know how important the run game here is in Nebraska. I tell recruits that when I'm recruiting them, like if the running back means more here at Nebraska. And so, yeah, it's really a prideful job. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the fans and their support. And I'm just grateful for you guys and everything. And so I really appreciate you guys having me on here, man. It's been awesome.
Hey, one last thing. When I get in one of your individual drills, I just want you to teach. I don't want to hit the gauntlet. I messed with the arms out there the other day. Still a little stiff. Let's get some WD-40 on those things and loosen those things up a little bit. But I just want you to teach me to walk and talk with my phone. Like if you can, the interview today with your skills and your eyes still up, that's the old running back in you, never looking at the ground. Teach your boy.
Hey, that's recruiting right there, man. That's FaceTime recruiting right there, man.
That's right. You get reps. That's right.
I get reps at it, man. Distractions. I got lights coming, players coming, man. Come on, man. I'm ready. I'm built for this.
I've been trying to get DB to do a little more recruiting where he's at, but he won't listen to me. So
now I got to play against your guys. See how you go.
Oh, man. I'm for
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. We're good.
I got you.
Take the time. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Great talk with you guys, man. Take care. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Coach.
That's EJ Barthel, the running backs coach. We're going to take a super quick break here. We'll get to Michael Bruntz coming up next year on Hurrdat Sports Live.
They're learning what to do. Guys are growing into their roles. They continue to install, so they put new things in. They've got some explosive players on offense to deal with, and so they're having to, take away the guys that the offense has while also taking advantage of their skill set. So I think they're growing and they're doing a nice job. Yeah, I think since the day Quasi got here, obviously we'd played against him, so we had a feel for his skill set. He's been very focused, very determined, very professional, adjusted well, great route runner, deep ball player, continuing to find ways to manufacture for him opportunities to run after the catch. He's been a really good addition for us.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by NextGen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Michael Bruntz, Husker 24/7. Bruntz, appreciate your time. How are we doing this morning?
Not bad. How you guys doing?
Well, I'm disappointed, Bruntz, because usually you're like a 906 guy. We like to let you get parked and do your Dukes of Hazzard moves and stuff, but this is the first time you put us on the clock in a while. You've got to be out by 9:25. That's no fun.
I can stay with you a little bit longer. I was concerned you wouldn't be able to hear me. I had to drop off my car this morning, and I'm walking home down 17th Street. So bear with me here.
So wait a minute. Why'd you drop the General Lee off? What's wrong with the General Lee?
Well, the General Lee had a little run-in with another car when I was in Vegas. So Generally, he's getting a little facelift today.
Can you just see Bruntz like sliding across the roof, the hood of his car after he parks to get on the show? So I was telling Ravi the other day, like, don't be deceived by your laid back style of dress and delivery. When I watched you, I reenacted you having that huge $10,000 piece of equipment in your hand and giving me the running air dap the other day at practice, man. That was pretty talented. Did you feel stressed?
I had no issues at practice. I was good.
I was just glad you didn't blow me off because I didn't want to have to dap myself.
Well, you were deep in conversation. I didn't know if you even saw me, so I'm glad it worked out.
It's just the run by. How heavy? Like how? You don't have to like share all 24/7 sports business, but that camera is not very light for you to be one. Are you left-handed?
No, I'm a righty.
Okay. All right.
I miss my calling as a left-handed bullpen pitcher, so that's always been.
So that's
been a regret of mine, I have to say. So, but all righty. I don't do anything left-handed.
Did you know right where you wanted to go when you got to practice?
No. Did you guys ever watch the show The Amazing Race when it was on?
Oh,
I think it's still on now. So, you know how everybody I always picture this in my head, but on that show, and it's less so now, but like in the beginning of it, the contestants would like get off of a plane in a foreign country, and it was just like chaos. Like, don't know where to go in the airport, running around, looking around. Where do we go? That's basically what I always imagined, like the 20 minutes of shooting to be like during the practice availability. So I was just kind of walking around everywhere.
Bruntz, I gotta
indiscriminately shooting. Basically, is what is the approach there.
I gotta say, DB has this odd fascination of people that carry cameras. While he was doing this yesterday with Andy Kendi. I don't know where,
because those guys blow their back. Like stuff happens to their shoulders and their backs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Suits
mine's not to that. I don't have like the giant lens on it. I don't have like
he was one hand.
I don't have like the Kendi setup. I'm a little lighter.
It was like this. He was holding it out vertically with like one hand, and like this. Like just film. Like that's a strain.
Yeah.
They probably got to stretch, don't they? Like they stretch before something like that.
I imagine them like training for it. They got like the sandbag over their shoulder and they're like jogging around.
I don't like carrying a backpack.
He's got they're out running stadium steps with the camera on.
You know, are you a one shoulder or a two shoulder backpack guy, Bruntz?
Two. Definitely two.
See, that's the equivalent. So the one shoulder guys, which I am.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm a baby, but it hurts me after like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's because it's supposed to be distributed over both shoulders.
Oh, God. See,
that's why it has both straps.
Ravi's compassion game, Bruntz, is like
a little low today.
It's -10.
Oof.
Yeah, it's tough.
Seems like a self-inflicted problem.
Maybe see like the defensive guys come a little bit closer to where you guys entered as opposed to the offense. Did that dictate where you started?
Well, I went to the quarterbacks first because you got to make sure you get the quarterback shot. I don't know. You never know too. They kind of hide the DBs over in the way back corner.
Yep.
That's a tough angle to get to. So
it's far. They're almost the furthest.
I mean, they may as well not even be on the practice field. Like they should take them in the cook at that point.
Yeah, that's where it is. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think it's you go who's close. You go where there's a little action instead of guys just standing around doing install. Like that's a tough 20 minutes. There's not a lot that actually happens in there. Like I want you to know, a lot of guys just standing around. But that's just the nature of that particular period of practice, I guess.
I would almost venture to guess that might be intentional, Bruntz.
It might be.
I don't want
I forget which coach it was. If it was Pelini or it might have been Frost, but it was like that you would see nothing, then it would be like, okay, we're gonna run like Oklahoma drills now or Husker drills. We're gonna do that right now. Like walking out.
We were talking to Coach Barthel earlier, and he said something, and I don't know. Maybe if we won more games, we'd appreciate it. Maybe we equate winning with maybe more players that have issues. But he was talking about like this recruiting profile and trying to get players' personas before they get on campus, so they kind of know what they're getting into. Man, maybe surprised isn't the word, but it's been a long time since we really hear about any off the field incidents or, they got really high team GPAs. In order to appreciate that, do you think we have to win more games, or do you think there's still the segment of folks that understand that Nebraska has really low turnover in the portal and they have next to no issues almost with how many players they have on campus?
You're equating winning with that?
Well, I'm wondering if we do equate winning with that. I said, how long would it value it? Can we value it on its own without winning games? Was how I phrased it.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't want to. Hey, you need games to win.
I mean, Georgia's had a lot of issues.
They just need Uber. They have Uber in Athens, right?
Best.
They're going to have just like an Uber. Uber needs to come out with an entire app, just Uber Bulldog, just for the entire.
Yeah. Or just get like one of those like 15 passenger vans and just drive guys around. It doesn't seem like it's a difficult fix.
It just seems like this is just going to be a staff that's still going to emphasize being well-rounded.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I think it's interesting though when you hear guys talk. And it wasn't just this week. I mean, Quasi Gilmer said this, and I'm always eager to kind of hear how new guys and transfers kind of view Nebraska and the setup. And I'm not talking about like, oh, there's a lot of corn here, or there's less corn than I thought. Like, they don't leave. Like, they don't leave the facility. Like, everything is there. I think that reality and kind of how they've built things, in addition to, personalities and guys, getting the guys that fit things, that's a big piece of it too. I mean, like if guys are just like hanging around at the facility until 9 o'clock doing things, studying, eating, like, there's just not a lot of time for guys to like get in trouble. You know what I mean? It's not like that. Like that's a big piece of it too. And I don't know. I mean, I think that, that fact and kind of what Nebraska demands is a little bit different than, a lot of places. That's just the culture that Matt Rule has put in place. You're there, you're doing your work. They sell you or sell recruits, not sell, but they, have this idea in recruits' heads that, you come to Lincoln, it's about football. Like that's what it's about. It's apart from everything else. There's no distractions. And that's kind of what Quasi was saying. And that's what, I think that there's a benefit to that too for guys like Sierra Wright's a good example of this, that you come to Nebraska and, you got a chance to grow, you got a chance to improve as a player, and they've got everything, in one place for you to do that. So I think that's a big piece of it too, Damon.
Yeah.
We're talking to Michael Bruntz, Husker 24/7. Bruntz, before we let you go, and I think we keep you a little longer here, but wanted to get to
don't be trying to close it out with at least 7 minutes now. Like, don't be cheating my Bruntz time.
Trying to talk a little baseball, if that's okay. Is that all right? Since we don't have Benny Mack.
Yeah, sorry, Bruntz. I just wasted 25 seconds. I feel
You're all right. I'm making good progress here, so I got time.
How are we feeling about? Obviously the Auburn series didn't end the way you wanted it to, but on a 5-game winning streak now, and you go into these series, you get the Michigan State sweep, which I think people were pretty happy about. How are you feeling about the way Nebraska's playing baseball now versus maybe how they were, I don't know, just a week and a half ago?
Well, I mean, you're winning the games that you're supposed to. And you're kind of doing it in a number of ways. I mean, I think coming off of the Auburn series, the big question was, Yasa barely makes it through 2. Same with Blackowitz. Was there going to be a bounce back? And yesterday, you got the full Yasa experience with the 9 strikeouts and the 6 walks, but you were able to do enough to win there. The bats came through on Sunday, and Blackowitz was great. So, you took care of business at home against an opponent that you definitely should. And, North Dakota State yesterday, those are the types of games that in the past Nebraska's struggled a little bit with. And that's going in there and taking care of an opponent like that's progress too. It helps that you have Cooper Katsky pitching on Tuesdays where, you get him a 4-run lead and the game might as well be over at that point. So, I think the kind of story right now is Nebraska has 4 starting pitchers.
You broke up just a smidge there, Bruntz. Nebraska has 4 what?
Legit starting pitchers.
Yeah. So one of the things I was going to ask B Mac.
That's not something that they've had in quite a while.
Oh, I got you. One of the things I was going to ask B Mac is,
go ahead.
It's relatively early, and I understand this. And there's only been a month of midweek games, and I don't want to get into they played Team X, because we've seen for years it hasn't mattered who Nebraska was playing in midweek games. Is it safe to say that with the pitching depth that they're acquiring, that midweek games are, and the struggles therein are maybe a thing of the past this year? It might be a skyscraper blocking his signal. A lot of tall buildings.
Not sure what part of Lincoln he's in. Might be right next to the stadium.
I'll tell you this.
Uh-oh.
You look at kind of what's you still got me?
Yep, there you are. You're back.
Go ahead.
You look at the kind of opponents that are coming up. It's K-State in the midweek. It's Kansas in the midweek. I mean, those are top 25 RPI games. And, I do think it is a step that you're beating handedly Omaha and South Dakota State, who had beaten Nebraska 2 in a row, by the way. And so, there's a couple things going on. I mean, you have an offense that can score runs and buckets where, a 4 or 5 run inning in a midweek is not out of bounds. And you also have starting pitching that, can get you deep into a midweek, because that's been the biggest thing. Is it's kind of the line has been so fine for them against those teams. And you're kind of finally seeing complete baseball being played on the midweeks, which is, it's great against teams like in the Summit League, but you have a real opportunity with Kansas State. We'll see what Creighton does, to get some good RPI wins. So, I mean, that's a big development for Nebraska this season.
Is there anything that you've seen over the last 6 games in the the ones you're supposed to win category that you think is more translatable as they get into the tougher parts of their schedule? I mean, I know you asked what the questions were coming out of Auburn. My questions were, are they ever going to throw strikes again? Like, is there anything you've seen that you go, okay, I think maybe they've shored some of this up?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think I'm more of a believer in the offense and what it is. I mean, I was kind of wondering, like, okay, is this just a early season hot streak? But they're hitting. And once they get guys healthy too, I think that'll help. I mean, I think Kitchens is kind of battling something. Jeski's got the hamstring still. I think that's transferable from, the win what you should type games. Mike, do you have enough bullpen depth? Will they ever throw strikes again? You're still kind of trying to figure out who's in the bullpen trust tree right now. Manel looks great one appearance, then maybe not so much the next. Jay-Sean Unger has been great as a guy that could potentially slot in late in the game, but you just need a few more guys that you can rely on with men on base to go in there and throw strikes and get out. So that's coming along. They obviously didn't need it yesterday too much, and I mean that's the advantage of run ruling teams and winning big is you can get some of those guys some work. But I think that's probably the biggest concern as you get a little bit deeper into conference play is who do you have that you can trust running out of that bullpen if you have to get a key out.
Now, maybe not hitting whatever he is, 360 something. But, he's got 58 at bats, I think. Did you see Jet Buck coming?
There was a lot of signs that he was going to be a guy. Going back to the fall, I think he got 48 at bats before he broke a bone in his hand and he hit 8 home runs. He was brought in initially to be the starting shortstop because the assumption was that Dylan Carey was not going to be here. And, the thing that he's done everywhere is he's hit for power. And I think it kind of took a little bit to figure out where he actually fit in the lineup because they were batting him second and they moved him down a little bit. And I think he's in a good spot now where he's getting up with more guys on base too. So I know Will's always just kind of loved what his power potential is. He was a dirt bike racer as a kid. So he's, they say he's got really strong forearms from doing that. And that's where some of the power comes from. So, I think they were, of the portal guys, I think they were really kind of most excited about what he could be just based on kind of what he'd shown in the fall and then at Washburn as well.
Yeah, I think when you slug over 600 and your OB is whatever it is, 409, I think you're willing to not be too bent out of shape at the 6-to-1 strikeouts to walk ratio. Like you'll take, because he's hitting for a better average than I thought he would, right?
Yeah, well, it's the strikeouts were, he kind of struggled to start the year too. He's kind of starting to turn it around, and he hit 2 doubles yesterday that, I mean, you guys know how Haymarket Park is configured. I think he hit them to probably the 2 deepest spots in the park, and they didn't get out.
That's a Bruntz, 100%. Like, so the fact that he's going that way with his at bats and he's hitting for average would let me to believe like maybe the approach isn't so much different, but he's becoming more of a complete hitter. I got the power numbers, but it's the gaudy average and where he's hitting the ball, I think, that has been more impressive for me because, I mean, just the baseball nerd in me, but I'm impressed early on.
Yeah, no, and I think with, guys that you get out of the portal that are coming up a level too, I mean, yeah, you have a fall to kind of get adjusted and, get used to things. But I think there is kind of a little bit of a adjustment period once you get into the season too, and the games start mattering a little bit. I don't know if he was pressing early on, but over the last couple series, and then certainly with the midweeks, I mean, he just looks a lot more comfortable at the plate. So, he's kind of been, I think, everything they hoped he would be when they got him out of the portal.
Health withstanding, who's more apt to get it going given what we think they're capable of being from a hitting standpoint? Max, Devin, or Jeter?
I would probably lean Devin a little bit, but
because of his track record?
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit more of a longer track record. I've been surprised with, I think you have to acknowledge too with Jeter. I mean, he's running this pitching staff, catching college pitching in games really for, the first extended period here.
I think he's got 12 starts. Yeah.
And, in the fall, he showed more power than he's showing now, but it's a lot, he puts the ball in play. He's got good speed, which I think is a good look for sure. But I just think, with Nunez too, some of his at bats, like he's absolutely just tattooed some balls right at guys. And I think there's more there. Like I think the at bats are getting better, and I would probably lean there a little bit more. How they kind of decide to do the left and right field stuff. Once Jeske's healthy will be interesting too, because they've got options, but it's Nunez, it's Butenbach, it's new hands played some right field. That they're going to have to kind of settle on some guys there, I think.
What do you think they ultimately do with where Drew lands?
With who? I'm sorry.
Grigo.
Oh, yeah, he's the other guy. Sorry. I knew I was forgetting somebody. He's going to get at bats. He's got to. He's competitive. He's a big physical kid. I'd been on my podcast, and he was talking. I asked him, I said, like, a month from now, who are we going to be talking about that we're not now? And he's like, absolutely Grigo. So I would not. I should apologize for not including him in that group of guys too.
That's right. I got your back, Bruntz. You didn't have to tell on yourself. Like
picking up your guy. I appreciate that.
No, always. It was the running DAP, man. We're forever connected.
Bruntz, who are the top 3 guys you trust out of the bullpen right now?
Unger. I do trust Caleb Clark. He's looked good from the left side. I know that was my little bit for Damon there.
I'll say you don't gotta patronize him just because he was
nice
a second ago.
He's had like 2 or 3 outings this year where he just looks like a totally different guy. But anyways, and then I would say Harry Hill's the other guy I trust right now to go in there and throw strikes. So if Manel kind of gets it a little bit more consistent, I mean, he's really tough to hit.
And he still only has the 4 walks. I think we act like
it's been volatile. That's the problem.
It's like just when he gets hit, he gets touched.
Yeah. So that, I mean, if you can kind of, get the volatility down a little bit, I really like him. But I'd say those 3. And it's interesting too. I mean, I would have said coming into the season, I mean, not necessarily Unger, but I mean, Clark and Harehill, I would have said you probably knew what those guys were, but they've done a really good job of embracing the opportunities they've got.
All right, Bruntz.
Michael Bruntz, Husker 24/7.
Pretty talented, man.
On the move, walking home. Are you a little chilly? Is it a little cold out?
No, it's good. It's brisk. I made it home. I made it from like 21st and O to 17th and Van Dorn since we've been talking. So,
were you on an earpiece or did you actually hold the phone to your ear? Because that's annoying, and good on you if that's what you did.
Well, I had the earpiece going and then they died. That was the quick cutout there. So
gotcha.
I don't have the gloves. The hands are a little cold.
Well, I mean, if it's, I'm surprised DB hasn't told you to like wear shorts, be a little tougher, because that's what he was trying to talk to Coach Barthel about. And I was like, ooh, it's rough out here.
He was really, really good. We get a chance. I got a chance to see. That's the personality I wanted other people to see, kind of how he is with the guys, man. He's a lot different than maybe the vibe he gives off.
Yes, definitely so.
All right, Bruntz, we appreciate the time. I'm glad you made it home safely. Get those hands warmed up a little bit. We'll talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. See you guys.
Thanks, Bruntz.
That is one Michael Bruntz, Husker 24/7.
And look at you, Wiener boy. You got your coat on. Now, it's a sweet coat. Like, don't even let me hold you. That coat is nice, but
you want me to get Alex to make you one?
You paid for yours, right? Yeah. I keep what part of poor don't you understand?
Well, you're not going to wear it
It's
anyway.
like Poe. I don't even have the OR. I'm just Poe.
Like Po' Boys?
Are you going to put your medals on it?
What medals? I don't have any medals.
I think he means letters.
Oh.
Because it looks like a letter jacket.
What a goofball. I don't even know where my Letterman's coat is. I do know where it is.
Good on Bruntz, because he knew exactly when he was going to cut out.
Yeah, I'm a big Bruntz guy. I think I know I say that. I like a lot of people.
Yeah, no, Bruntz is a good guy. We like Bruntz.
And I probably only talk to you if I like you, with the exception of a few.
Let's take a quick break here. That's
No, you're good. Me and you were like she looks out for me.
Yeah, except for when she's trying to get a camera on you, or she's using a picture you don't like, or the temperature's wrong.
No, it's just so pictures are so unnatural. So like, let's just be.
Are you like Aborigines? You're like, you don't like having your picture taken, or what's going on here?
Whoa.
Aren't those the people that think that they steal your soul when they take your picture?
I'm not brushed up on my Aboriginal culture.
I believe they're the.
Why you pick the Aborigines?
They're from Australia.
Well, I understand.
Okay, so what's the problem?
I
believe that's the culture that thinks their soul gets taken when you take their picture.
You could have said like a vampire, or the other guys that can't see their reflection, or.
Well, that's more of an impossibility than like a moral opposition. Like, obviously, we can take your picture.
And you guys think my lexicon is large. What are we doing?
You didn't have Aborigines on your bingo card this morning?
No, nor moral opposition.
Let's take a quick break with Hurrdat Sports Live.
They're learning what to do. Guys are growing into their roles. They continue to install, so they put new things in. They've got some explosive players on offense to deal with, and so they're having to, take away the guys that the offense has while also taking advantage of their skill set. So I think they're growing and they're doing a nice job. Yeah, I think since the day Quasi got here, obviously we'd played against him, so we had a feel for his skill set. He's been very focused, very determined, very professional, adjusted well, great route runner, deep ball player, continuing to find ways to manufacture for him opportunities to run after the catch. He's been a really good addition for us.
Yeah, it's pretty rewarding. I had the goal of making the defensive team even last year, which I didn't make, obviously. But, yeah, that was a goal for me. I knew I could compete for that. And it's tough to beat a 7'4" guy for Defensive Player of the Year, so I'm okay with that. But, yeah, even getting the honorable mention for All Big Ten is something that was only in my biggest dream. So being able to kind of be rewarded for that is very satisfying.
I mean, I think it just goes to show the trust that the coaches and the players had in me. I mean, I feel like last year things didn't go the way I wanted to, but then I trusted the process. I stayed down, I kept my head down, kept working, and I think that's the biggest thing just coming in this year. And coaches, my teammates believed in me, put me in situations where that could happen.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. Reminding you, make sure you go visit our friends at NextGen Male Medical. Whether you're male, as the name indicates, or you're a lady or whatever else, they can get you covered. Whether you're not feeling your best, you need a little pep in your step, maybe trying to lose a little weight, whatever.
You want to hurdle some fences and not shatter your kneecaps?
Exactly. You get those peptide game right, like DB over there.
I got some corned beef for you, by the way.
Are they the burnt ends?
I cut it a variety of different ways.
Yeah.
Some is shred, some is sliced. The ends are the ends. I gave some to Mr. Ingerson.
Okay.
He loved it.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I would like some of those.
I forgot to tell you.
402-614-9700. Call NextGen.
Do you want to know what else I did?
What else you do?
I ruined a ribeye cowboy.
How'd you do that?
I'm going to blame it on the meat.
What's the difference between an excuse and explanation, DB?
Ownership.
So this one's an excuse?
Can't own it. I cooked it the exact same way. It tasted like the beef was bad. It did. Now, I dry brined it like I always do. I gave it a heavy dose of salt.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it in the fridge. The color was never amazing, but I understand oxidization.
One more time.
Move along. And it was extra brown to begin with.
Okay.
But I thought I could resuscitate it like good CPR. And it was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the more sad things that I had to part with.
It's tough. Oh, you just tossed it?
Yeah.
That bad, huh?
Yeah.
Couldn't even turn it into corn dogs or something?
Could not sell.
Can you imagine making like ribeye corn dogs? That'd be wild. That's wild.
I'm going to need you to move on from the whole corn dog thing.
See, those would make sense if you're like home making them. Then you make sense to vacuum seal.
I think you would have vibed with my philosophy on shredding the potatoes.
No, if you're home making the potatoes, it makes more sense. That makes.
I did not
sense.
want the potatoes to get the eyeballs on them.
You know what I'm having? Like what I was imagining happening.
Here we go.
Because of the corn dog situation, right?
Yep.
I was imagining you're taking frozen hash browns, like separating them, and then vacuum sealing the already pre-made frozen hash browns. I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
Oh,
But if you're making them homemade, that makes a lot more sense.
I wouldn't have even given it to my dogs, Jibs. I think the meat was bad.
Oh, you think it was like bad?
Yeah, it was one of those that was vacuum sealed that was not vacuum sealed correctly. And so it looked a little shaky.
A little dicey.
And I tried to salvage it.
Mm.
It was so huge.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to give this the old college try. And no.
You know, not everybody tries in college. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Maybe that's what was wrong. And I did try to eat it.
Yeah.
I even tried to eat a piece of the marble because the marble's always the set. Oh, knock it off, Mr. Fillet Face.
No, not the marbling. I like the marbling. It's the
everybody needs a good piece of fat.
No, if you thought the meat was bad and you still tried to eat it, that's the face.
Kenny,
Everybody.
$2 off orange sticker. No, this actually came from a very reputable place.
Yeah.
I don't grocery shop for beef.
You just think the vacuum seal went bad and so it went bad?
Yeah.
So that's a really good example of what happens when you leave meat out. Sometimes it doesn't.
I'm not interested.
Okay, I just thought.
I felt fantastic after all my left out meats.
Okay.
Always, every single time.
That's not true. You've literally come in here and be like, I might have to bail at some point.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's happened.
It's stomach pangs.
I thought, whoa. Where do you think those stomach pangs come from, DB?
This is my body not cooperating.
Okay. With what exactly?
Oh, life.
Okay.
Organisms.
I got chills throughout my body.
Inhaled, just breathing in air.
You know what?
Microbials attacking my enzymes.
I saw a TikTok that reminded me of you once.
This ought to be good.
It was this guy who was a stand-up comedian, and he's like, tough guys don't ever have, they don't have food allergies, they don't have gastrointestinal problems. They've just had unexplained diarrhea for 15 years.
And here's the thing. It wasn't even loose stool, Mr. Crass.
It's flickering.
There's like better terms for that.
Would you rather? Okay, hold on. Put it on the poll. Would you rather hear the term diarrhea or loose stool? Because I'm going to argue loose stool is worse.
Well, why don't people ask for a poop sample? Why do they say stool sample?
I don't know.
I think stool is a widely accepted professional term.
That's fine. Loose stool sounds gross.
No worse than diarrhea. I'm going to stand up on that. My stomach doesn't feel good.
Wonder what happened. Unexplained. Certainly nothing you could have done.
I just had a regular old simple breakfast yesterday.
What do we have?
I made basically a skillet without potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I crumbled sausage. It was the bed. I put a little circle. I grated cheese around the sausage. My bacon was in the oven. I cracked the 2 eggs. I put it in between the sausage crumble O-ring and then slid it out of the pan and went to work.
We're very split on the poll here. We've got loose stool could be something wobbly you're sitting on, so maybe just like you disillusion yourself. Kenny E says loose stool is worse. Carol says Rhea all day. Aaron says I think I'd rather hear stool. KP says loose stool diarrhea. We call the squirts or bubble guts.
KP's crazy. You ever just watch him drop in? Like he's different. So you got I'm definitely. Who said? Oh, you know what?
Bubble guts is from Chappelle.
So that's where Tate. So what my players say, sometimes they'll say I got the BGs.
Yeah, I got the bubble guts.
That's what they're talking about.
That's from.
I've seen every Chappelle episode. How did I not know that?
Yeah. You're what?
A fan of Chappelle.
Me too. You and me both.
Like that's some kind of prerequisite. I'm so stupid.
Oh yeah, he calls it the mud butt.
No, that's when you have plumber's crack and you emanate poop smell. That's terrible. Let's move on. I'm very passionate about that, says Powder Guy. Like
Joey says loose stool is diabolical. Your insides are in a bad place when you've got to refer to it as stool.
That's what the doctors say. You guys see with this group, I'm not drafting anybody. With this group, I can never win. It doesn't matter how much sense I make. I'm going to get killed.
Funky Chiplin says dumping mud.
Okay. I'm going to grow up for a second.
Stop the cameras.
My bad. I'm going to we're going to have to.
My bad. All right, let's lock in.
And it's very, it does something to me.
Sorry.
The whole airplane story as a 22-year-old. We're not going back to that.
You're going to be all right? You're going to be good? Jay Sadi says, welcome to the year 2000, DB. BGs have been around for a quarter century.
He's relentless. This suit is like eczema. He just doesn't go away. God.
Oh, Todd, that's rough, man.
Welcome to
Hey, sorry, man. I'm not familiar with some of your guys' lingo.
Who's your guys?
People that talk different than me.
Oh, okay.
My mom called it stool. But he says, sorry, I wasn't raised with bubble guts.
Alex says BGs can be caused by wrinkled corn dogs.
They weren't even wrinkled. They just weren't all the way frozen.
It just deflated a bit. That's why I got called NextGen.
You guys are stupid. Every last one of you. I'm all right.
You good?
It's fine. I'm in a better shape than like Utah State or
Utah Valley, man.
That's who I'm at.
Dude, so I don't know if people saw this. This kind of, I think, went a little bit under the radar nationally. But the Utah Valley is leaving the WAC for the Big West.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the WAC sued Utah Valley for an exit fee of $1 million. Okay, whatever. A judge ruled in the WAC's favor on March 6th, by the way. So that's last week. And then the WAC, which this was not a part of the ruling from the judge, by the way.
Yes.
All of a sudden decided that Utah Valley was not a member in good standing until they got their $1 million.
Yeah. So here's the funny thing about that. You want to know how they could give two cares that they were the number 1 seed in your conference tournament?
Yeah, they were about to leave them out.
You weren't going to get to play as your 1 seed. They're like, yeah, you're leaving us. We don't care that you're the 1. It was like rounders.
It was
pay them their money.
It was basically a ransom note.
I know. And they paid it.
They were like, "Hey, put the money in the bank, or we shoot the hostage." Basically,
Yeah, that's a tough look.
like I don't know, man. That's
And I know we were supposed to get, and I'm going to tell you guys this. I know it's out there with the CSC and Playfly.
Yeah.
And I'm not free to speak on it as an employee of Playfly. So that's the only reason we haven't addressed it. But I do have it on my shameless plug, semi-good authority, that it will be addressed tomorrow on Husker Sports Nightly as they talk to our athletic director. I think Kyle's talking to Troy Dannon tomorrow and hope to get some insight on that. But I personally cannot speak on what's going on with Playfly in the arbitration.
yeah. And there's a lot going on with the College Sports Commission right now.
They're in.
Well, and one of the things with the CSC, the College Sports Commission, is so they're trying to enforce all these NIL deals, but they haven't even gotten all the signatures that gives them authority yet. So that's the weird part about this situation is you need unanimous I think it's 68 power conference teams to sign the line, and they haven't. They're not close in terms of the number, and yet they're still trying to implement and enforce rules that they have not been given the authority to implement and enforce yet. It's a very strange situation.
Oh, it's kind of like the Big Ten, like writing the NCAA to say, hey, please stop investigating tampering. You don't really know what the rules are, so leave us alone.
Pretty much.
Like,
yeah, they're like, hey, you have no power here anymore. We run this now.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Like it's total anarchy. Scott, that's not really the I'm just telling you, you guys made a bigger deal about the day-old shrimp. I never got sick. It was fantastic. I screenshot you the pizza. It looked amazing. You would have eaten it. Now, everything else that he said, I can't help the corn dog. It's a bad look, but at least I explained it.
No, it's
you eat stuff that is preserved or frozen. You know the tricky degree of difficulty in terms it is of getting to temp.
Sure.
I have to get the hot dog warm without burning the fake corn.
Yes, I don't understand how the vacuum sealing helps that process, but I do understand that there are a lot of frozen or pre-made items that are tricky to get at an ideal temperature for all the ingredients involved. That's correct.
Have you ever vacuum sealed clothes for a pack?
Yes.
Okay, so when you
remove the air,
the clothes the corn dog will unwrinkle.
No, I get that. I'm not worried about the wrinkles. I'm saying you said the vacuum sealing was a result of wanting it to retemp in a proper way.
Correct.
And that's where I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know the connection between vacuum sealing and getting the right temperature.
Zoe likes fresh waffles.
Okay.
We vacuum seal them.
Okay.
We put them in a little warm water just to kind of bring them back.
Okay.
And then you only have to reheat and not time cook if you bring them.
So you put the corn dogs in the warm water also?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's the big part of the equation I was missing. I don't thought corn dogs, man.
Because you guys were children and you couldn't get past the wrinkles.
So warm water takes the wrinkles out? I don't know. I'm trying to learn here.
Aaron says you sous vide your waffles?
This dude is... Yeah, Shane, it's the anti-cold water effect for you. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I mean, if cold water does one, it makes sense if warm water does the other.
Okay.
Got to keep watering the bamboo.
I can't. You got talking to it's very discouraging.
What I was trying to learn.
This is very discouraging.
The warm water was a helpful part of the equation I didn't have.
No, and for whatever the reason, the better the explanation, the squirrelier you guys get.
I don't know that that's true. I think sometimes we say, "Oh, that's a really good point, DB. Thank you."
I think it's just better to ask you than Google it. Probably a little bit safer.
Google it.
Well, you don't want to say that to some of his co-hosts because they'll hey, just Google it, man.
No, he called me a bitch.
I know. I was trying to be a little nicer. You know?
Oh, he's not that nice.
Hey, just Google it.
It's not overly nice.
Hey, have you ever heard of Google? Yeah, why don't you try that?
It's fine.
You know. No, I like to answer. See, I don't know if he knows this. I know he's been in this business for a while, but sometimes when you ask questions, it leads to a better conversation. So that's not always like Google can't always.
He probably
provide
could have
that.
gave you the same, like the answer and the same amount of the. It's just he could have just said the answer instead of say just Google it.
I think he got to the Google it, the GIB point because I think he was tired of me asking him questions.
Well, I mean, this is a tough job to have if you don't like to converse.
I think he felt like the questions should be more for guests and not co-hosts.
I think
I probably had asked him like 4 or 5 in a row.
I asked
he
you
has a very.
I ask you lots of questions. I'm like, DB, I need you to teach me about some of these things you're telling me about.
Some of us have better dispositions.
DJ, at some point, I don't know if we can.
DJ.
Yeah, we can draw this up. He would like. I know we've talked about this a few times, but I don't know that we've drawn it up.
Okay.
Would like a kind of a tutorial on Duo.
Duo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think so. I think he might. It seems
That's a great question. You had a very similar.
I did.
question.
Yeah. I think he and you sent me some videos that helped with the visuals.
Yep.
So I think he might be a visual learner. Maybe we'll find a way to draw it up for him.
And you know what he's gonna say? Oh my God, that's what Nebraska runs on 1st and 10, 3rd and 1, and 4th and 3. You're gonna see Duo. Duo is like it's a staple in a lot of run games.
It's become very popular.
The Rams, which is why they use a lot of 12 and 13 personnel.
When did that
Duo is just short for double, just the double.
The double teams, right?
And I don't want to get into the OU pronunciation, which took on a life of its own on Twitter yesterday.
Coupon. That's how I say it. I say it with a Q, not a coup or a cuppin.
Are you cute upon?
So when I was thinking, I made the mistake of saying couple, and you had a field day with it.
Well, yeah, because that's definitely not how you say coupon.
I couldn't even finish. What I was I was shooting for was like the coup d'etat, like the COU.
Yeah,
as in
like a military coup.
Yeah, like as in coupon.
Yeah, you can say coupon or coupon are valid.
I don't know why I had a bad second and said, was it couple?
Yeah, you said couple.
I knew what I meant.
And I was like, that's
so you had a couple of coupons.
Or a couple of coupons. Or a couple of coupons.
I know what you don't have 2 of, Shane. Still waiting for the other one to drop.
Audio bites? Waiting for those to drop? You know, the clips that we're doing.
I've never heard anyone say audio bites.
It's not a real term. It got made up right now.
She's almost worse than having Rico over there. She's crushed us this week. I mean, quiet as kept. Like you stir, like she's kind of gassed this thing.
Oh, it's true. Yeah. She sits there, acts like she's the adult in the room.
I know, right?
She crushes us a little bit.
So tomorrow we got to make sure that we get to some of our audio. Lot of assumptions being made about what's being said about who's playing well in positions and stuff like that. We're going to see if we can parse through the tea leaves.
I thought Rule was funny yesterday. He was like, yeah, Rob hasn't been here long enough. He doesn't know what he's not supposed to say yet.
Listen, he's not kidding.
I know. He's like, he thinks, you say 2 names and then you're like, well, what about these 2 guys?
Yep.
He's like, he just remembers a couple of names. It's all right.
Yeah. Like I felt like yesterday for what Coach Rule was saying, that was about and I agree hearing about enough, right? Like he wasn't blowing smoke about offense and defense and days winning and ahead. Like I felt like for his short and his kind of unengaging as it kind of came across, I felt like it was extremely accurate.
Yeah,
in terms of how I would see things.
Yeah, somebody asked a question in the chat about kind of his demeanor earlier, and I don't know. He'll go through stretches where he's a little bit more direct and a little less.
But he's coaching the same way too.
Yeah, well, a little less. Sometimes he'll get a little more philosophical in his answers and stuff like that, and he'll go through stretches where he's a little bit more direct and more football-y.
And don't get it twisted. Like, right, it's still his team too. So when you hear things like, well, Donnie Jones is playing this and Khan is playing that. And then Rule comes back and says, well, we'd like to see Donnie stop moving and settle in. We make these summations about what's going on the back end. But having seen what he's talking about, like you start here, then you're playing here, then you interchange this guy here. And it does give you a lot of different combinations. But to Coach Addison Williams' point is while you're continuing to do that with a lot of guys, you better not get caught up in who you're playing with and who you're not playing with. Yeah. Like it's going to be all about the combinations because at some point you're just going to have to cross train.
Yeah, I am interested in getting in this tomorrow about having the conversation. He's talking about, I think it came from the question about blue dot players where he's like, some defenses are designed to, hey, you just want to get your 11 best guys on the field, and some are designed, hey, you have to have these guys in certain spots to play your best. I want to get into the kind of the differences about those two kind of in that answer that Coach Rule gave yesterday. So we'll get into that tomorrow, as well as our two regulars, Tim Verghese and Mike Sauter.
I'm working on a surprise guest depending on the schedule.
Oh.
Sasha will be the first to know because she'll have to build the graph, or she'll have to.
Yeah, I mean, don't tell your co-host. That's not helpful at all.
He can't help himself.
I really can't. I know full well you're going to tell me.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
Listen, when the shot's there, I got to take it.
Of course. Felt like I've been out in the open range this week.
That is the show.
Thought we made it past February, too. Why has this continued?
Well, now. Yep. That's the show for today. That's DB. I'm Ravi.
I'm off
Lulla.
the protected species list.
I didn't say anything.
Horrible.
Well, DJ walks it off with thanks for the Duo explanation. And yes, I use Dua Lipa every day. I mean, to understand the Indian guy I listen to every day on the internet.
I got you with Duo. I'll tell you the difference between Duo and Inside Zone because a lot of times people confuse the two.
That's a super inside joke. My wife does Duolingo to like learn languages or whatever, and I call it Dua Lipa every day, and so that's why I made that joke. It's only funny to me, but I do that all the time.
It's an Indian thing.
It's not an Indian thing at all. She's not learning Hindi. She's learning French. I don't know Hindi. I think the only thing I can say in Hindi is you're a jackass. I think that's literally the only thing I can say in Hindi.
Wow.
That's all I got. And I don't even know if it's real. Some kid taught it to me when we were over there when I was 7, and I remembered it. I don't know if it's the real words or not.
You remembered it as a 7-year-old?
Well, yeah. I mean, when somebody teaches you in a foreign language how to call somebody else a jackass in Hindi, like that sticks with you.
What do you think it is?
So what is it then?
I don't know if this is right, but this is what I was told is Tugade Roche.
Tugade Roche?
Yeah.
All right. Tugade Roche.
Who are you calling that to? Just the ether?
Yes.
Everybody's a jackass?
It's out there. Tugade Roche.
That's the Kenny says namaste. Namaste to you as well, Kenny. We're big yoga people. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We'll be back tomorrow with more Hurrdat Sports Live.